All right, Big Bang. Today is Tuesday. It is January 28th. Welcome to the Dog Walk presented by Barstool Sports. Snake Draft Tuesday. We are joined on Zoom by KFC. We're joined in studio by Makin. Today's draft, as you can tell by the title, is Iconic Shoes. And here's what we're opening with, okay? This fucking guy is almost 40 years old, and I don't say that to age shame at all.
I do.
That's going to say, tread lightly.
I'm not age shaming, but you would have thought I would have asked him to rank, like, Gen Z TikTokers. He's like, I don't know shoes.
Like he's never worn shoes before?
Yes.
I gave him like a list of...
Yeah, look at, I know the names. I know Air Force Ones exist. I know Jordans exist. If you put them in front of me and be like,
Chief,
what is this shoe? I'd be like, I don't fucking know. Okay, we are in year 5 and we haven't done a hockey draft because you don't feel comfortable doing it. So I don't want to fucking hear it. I don't know shoes.
I will do a hockey
fucking
draft.
sue me. You've been saying it for 5 years.
We'll do a hockey draft next week.
But that's not the point. You can draft. It doesn't have to be a specific like fire red Air Force One.
Yeah,
you know?
and it takes
can
it all
be
off
literally
the board.
any shoe.
But there's
ever.
Jordans. There's a million different Jordans. There's
no.
That's
well,
not
okay. So let's clarify some rules though, right? Like,
yes.
I think if you take a Jordan 1, Jordan 1s are off the table.
See, I would agree there. You're not
Wait,
going to draft
what?
Jordan 1 just, black and red and then
Yeah, you
Jordan
can't
1.
take the different colors.
Well, Chief, that's the way, like, in the sneaker world, there are, like, different colors or different shoes entirely in their world, but it's like the same silhouette, if you will.
Right, but if I
take
take Jordan 1s and then you're going to be like, I'm going to take Jordan 13s.
Yeah, that can happen.
That's a lot.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, that is sorry for not being a sneakerhead. Like, this to me is that's a crazy
You don't
ass.
have to be a sneakerhead.
To know what the difference between a Jordan 1 and a Jordan 13.
I think,
bro, we grew up. You need this room?
I think once the draft starts, you'll see the direction everybody goes, and you're like, oh, now 20 different shoes just popped into my head.
We grew up watching Michael Jordan. You knew that every year he had another sneaker, like a different that looked different. And
but I didn't have them. I don't know them. But like that's my point.
You don't have to know them, but you understand that they're different, right? Like,
yes, I understand that. I understand that. But it's like if you want me to have an opinion about like, taking Jordan 13s and first round, what a fucking idiot. It's like, I don't know.
Tell him. I know what you're going to say.
Right, well, then also, I think, by the way, can we do like...
Yes, Kevin, yes. Don't ask the question.
Footwear.
The answer is yes. The answer is yes. Don't ask the question. Let the banana head figure it out on his own.
She's like it's actually, Megan, this is great too. We have a girl's opinion.
Right.
I'm sure there's a fucking plethora of heels and shit you could take.
Plethora?
Yeah.
High heels and
Plethora.
Shit,
It's plethora.
Idiot.
Plethora.
I like.
Says who?
Plethora, that sounds like it's like childbirth. Like there's the placenta and the plethora.
Ew, gross.
All right, Kevin. Let's get back to Chief. But yes, and we said you could do like movie shoes too.
Yeah, I got some of those on my list now.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I got a list of like 11 shoes.
Everybody, just give Chief a second. All right.
Crazy.
Let's do the draft
he
order.
was like,
I got some shoes I want to talk about.
let's draft feminine products. Oh, I don't know. I even had a side text White Sox Dame like, is this guy like, what's wrong with him?
What did I
Is he an
say,
alien? You're like, he's being a big fucking banana head. Ed. I was like,
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Like, if you want me to debate Jordan 1s versus Jordan 13s, you're coming to the wrong guy.
I have 2 like legitimate shoes on my list out of like 50 different shoes.
But I have legitimate shoes from like, and they're maybe not the coolest, but to me they're iconic. Iconic is the word.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun. Lighten up, you fucking psycho. Just talk about footwear and have some fun.
Yes, dude. Yes. There's one shoe. Yeah.
This is dumb. I'm right. You guys are wrong.
All right. Lance, you got the number behind you?
Yep.
1 through 5, Kevin. What is it?
4.
Damn, 4.
Nailed it.
Bam, that's 2 in a row.
Where do you want?
Go first overall.
I'll take first. I'll take first. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. All right, Megan, 1 through 4.
Actually, that was probably a bad idea.
No,
because
you're locked in.
I am locked in.
I know.
If there was ever a pick to draft to not worry about number 1, really, it's this one. But I got my heart set on something and I want it. So
Okay.
I have a couple of those too.
Me,
I'm excited.
me next.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with 3.
No.
Chief.
2.
No.
Dave.
1.
Yeah, 1.
I'll go 2.
All right. I'm gonna say 3.
Correct. 3.
I'll take 3. 1 or 2, Megan.
2.
Yep.
I'm actually gonna go last.
I like it. The 4 slot
That was
is
smart.
traditionally the worst slot.
And
Fun fact. And Chiefs now he's going to blame it
Now
on the
you're
4
really
slot.
fucked, Chief. Now your draft is terrible.
Throw away your board. All right, before we get going here, I want to talk about our friends at Game Time. Listen, it is the official ticketing partner of the Barstool Sports company. You know how much we love Game Time. Now with their brand new Game Time Picks feature, they're making it easier than ever to get to a game. Game Time Picks filters out the fluff to show you only incredible deals on great seats, so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. Obviously, the NFL playoffs are just about commenced. It actually is the Super Bowl, so
We're
final
here.
game, we're here. So
Last one. Enjoy.
yep, they'll be on Game Time. Go check it out over there. And if you're looking locally, I see Northwestern, Dave. They host the Rutgers Scarlet Knights tomorrow
big game for them.
in Evanston. Tickets as low as $3.
Oh,
That's actually kind of crazy.
your Purple Line ticket to get up there is cheaper than, or is more expensive than your ticket.
And that is thanks to Game Time.
Yeah.
Chief.
Thanks to Game Time. So I don't know what you're waiting for, Dave. Pop open that app.
I actually am going to do that. I'm gonna
There you
to that
go.
game.
Beautiful. Game
Thanks
Time
for the
picks.
shouts. Game Time and Ed.
Shout out to GT Picks. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code DOGWALK for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code DOGWALK for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. What time is it? Game Time. All right, without further ado, the iconic shoes draft. KFC, lead us off.
I mean, when you pose it as iconic, that this is the first thing that jumped into my mind. It is not only it's a sneaker, it's a movie sneaker, like you said. It is the sneaker, the Nike Air Mags from Back to the Future.
Yep,
The Back
that
to the
was my
Future
1-1
sneakers,
too.
It's probably after this draft can go any which direction. I feel like this is a clear cut 1-1 pick. They were, a fictional thing from a movie that became real. They get auctioned off for like $50,000. There's only a few pairs in existence. I think we're actually almost at the point where they have the auto lacing. Nike has a pair of sneakers that does that now. Like we're getting there. I need a hoverboard and these sneakers, and then my dream as a little kid to just become Marty McFly is complete. It's the most, if you think of a sneaker, I think of this one, and it's my favorite movie of all time. I'm a sneaker guy. It is the one for me. So
This is Back to the Future 2, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I think of 1 and 2 as just one
big
It's a
movie.
good 1-1. I had that as my 1-1 as well.
Yeah.
It's the only one.
Chief, you ever seen it?
Of course.
All right.
There you go, Chief.
Yeah.
There you go.
Some pretty famous shoes.
Not too deep of a pull there, Kevin. And it's a good pick.
I'd say there were two that could vie for the 1-1 slot, and this was one of them for sure.
They
Maybe
I feel like there's 3.
4.
yeah, I think
Well, there's some that are more like they're iconic, but it's like I don't know. I'm not going to give too much away. I don't want to.
Iconic is an interesting word because it's like the Marty McFly, Nike, Back to the Future. It's like you're in a movie. It's a piece of pop culture. You become iconic versus like these are just really popular and I like them, and that kind of changes things a little bit.
Insanely dumb question, Kevin. They were made for the movie and then became like real shoes, right? Okay.
Yeah,
But,
I think at one point there was like 2 pairs that were on set existed, and then
they're probably worth $1 gazillion now.
I feel like it became.
I believe like maybe 10 years ago, maybe a little less, whenever it was. I think Michael J. Fox put like 5 or 6 pairs on auction for Parkinson's, and they all went for like $100,000.
Yeah, easily. Money. Yeah.
So, but I don't think I've ever seen anybody wear them or anything. I've never seen them in the wild.
We had Warren on our show. He's a shoe guy. Me and Megan talked to him. He said he had a pair. I forgot what he said they
were
for.
expensive.
Yeah, like tens of thousands.
Yeah,
I didn't. So Warren, who we're talking about, a friend of ours, he buys and sells shoes for a living. And if you go to his website, he'll have pairs of shoes listed for $50,000. Every now and then I'll DM be like, hey, how much for those? He's like, Dave, you can't afford them.
Don't even ask.
Don't even ask. He's like, you can't afford them. He's like, the one number he gave me when I asked, he's like, you got $7,000 laying around? I'm like, nope.
So right now on StockX, the Air Mags are anywhere from 19,000 to 35,000.
Yeah.
Size 8, you can get it for 19K. Size 10, 11, 12, 13, 35 grand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great pick.
Great 1-1. Dave, you're up.
I am going to go with, I after re-evaluating my list, I think there's 4 total that could have gone 1-1. I'm going to go with the one that was nearest and dearest to me, one of my all-time favorite movies. I'm going to go with Benny the Jet's PF Flyers.
Yep.
That was also a good one.
Yep.
I had that as mine as well.
Yep.
Second one.
Yeah, I'm bummed I didn't get one of those, to be honest.
I think I know where you're going to go, and if you don't, then I'm going to snag it with my go-around. Perhaps. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
what that means.
But PF Flyers, they were fictitious shoes in the movie, also became real shoes later on. Just kind of like the myth around them. They scientifically proven to make you run tall or run faster and jump higher. Benny the Jet was like a tall tale, you know?
Actual trash shoes, though.
I would never, ever, ever consider wearing those, or the ones that I think they were kind of mimicking in the movie.
Yeah, they're like, you know.
No support, ankle support.
No, like to play any sport in them would be insane. That's a lot of
Insane.
sneakers, to be honest, from like the past. None of them are good for actual athletics.
Yeah.
But they're like, you know, like a piece of felt stapled around your foot. They
Right,
are,
yeah.
They're Carbaggio.
Yeah, and it's for a movie to do something for a product. Has anything been bigger for something to carry over? And
I don't-
people actually purchase
for it-
because you couldn't buy the Michael J. Fox ones. You know, these ones
Right.
you
This
could
was
actually
just
buy.
became a thing,
Yeah, you can buy them right now.
And you're right, the voiceover, the narration on it,
Yeah.
it was so perfect.
It was like they were more than shoes.
Yeah.
you know? It was like it was like a concept almost. I don't know.
Yeah.
But PF Flyers.
Chief, ever heard of him?
Yep.
All right.
help out?
These were both on my list.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, great pick. I'm up. I wish I got one of those, to be honest with you, because I'm a guy, but I mean, it's undeniable what I'm going to take is maybe even more famous than both
Yep.
of them, and it's a girl's shoe, but it's a
Yep.
ruby red slipper.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. That was one of them that I was.
It had to
thinking
be
as
up
well.
there.
Yeah.
It had to
Cinderella
be.
slippers.
It's like to me, I don't know, everyone else.
Iconic is iconic.
Yeah, and like movies predated, I understand that, but to me, Wizard of Oz is almost like the original movie in my eyes.
Dude,
So it's the first
out
ever
in
movie in
30
color.
Is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
38, right? Was the release year. It came out prior to
No,
World War
was
II
it?
starting.
Yeah, it was
I'm pretty sure 38.
1939, I believe.
Wow. It actually was not the first in color, but it was the
Are you
most popular.
sure?
Yeah, it was like the most. That's like a common, like
Oh.
it's a Mandela effect type thing. But it's like one of the, or it might, you know, not in this country or whatever it was. But I was watching it the other day. It's just like also the greatest story. It's such a fucking story. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's so creative and weird and wild. Like whoever the fuck, you know, who was it came up with that? What's his name? Like that is to me like my kids are still watching it. They loved it. You know, they jumped off the Wicked train and then did this, and it's like it's just literally timeless. It'll go on forever.
Yep.
Yeah. It kind
they,
of
they sold
scares
at
me a little
auction
bit.
like a month ago, 6 weeks ago. Did you see this story?
Like the
Like
actual
6
one.
million.
Actual
What is it, like
ones.
6 million. Or
I'm gonna. Can you? All right. Let's all go.
Not
around
even
the room.
close.
what was
I'm gonna guess 22 million.
Okay.
Let's go around the room.
All right, so you said not even close to 6 million. Dave said 22 million. I'm going to say 16. Kevin?
My gut said 10 at first, but if you're saying like so not even close, I'm gonna say 30 million.
Can I re-guess? I'm
Or is it
gonna
cheap?
go with 50 mil.
Okay. What would you say, Kevin?
10
30?
million. Oh, 30. Yeah.
30 million. The answer is 28 million.
That's
Yeah. 28 million.
Imagine just having 28 mil to lay around, like laying around just to buy,
I
like
think that's like an investment, though.
it's
Is
gotta
Cohen
be.
buying
Yeah.
It's gotta
It
be.
seems like a Cohen purchase.
yeah.
Like who buys that? What do you?
I would love to have so much money. Like, hey, 28 million for those shoes. I'll take them
You know what? I'll actually have those. I'll take them.
one day.
But what do you do, though? Like if you're not, all right,
You just got to be a
Well,
collector.
you know,
of
like
things.
there's
Sure.
a thing about sneakers. Like I am a big fan of shoes. I'm a big fan of wearing your shoes. Some people collect them and just like put them in the box and just have them, and they get happy that they own them. But I wear them, you know. But some like the ruby. If you had the ruby slippers, and every time someone came over your house, you're like, check it out. I got Dorothy slippers. That's pretty fucking cool. I don't know if it's $30 million cool, but what do you do with it? You tell people, I got the fucking ruby slippers, man.
Yeah. I always feel that like that's like the exception to the rule because that is such like an icon thing. I don't give a shit about memorabilia. Like people are like, oh, this is a
I agree with that.
game
Like,
used
signed
jersey.
this,
Yeah.
that.
I'm like, bro, I don't care.
because there's that. But there's some cool stuff, to be honest. So going back to Michael J. Fox, I did the Yak Christmas special, and there was a sponsor of an auction sponsor, you know. I forget what it was, or else I'd shout him out. But there was like a signed Magic Johnson jersey. I got a signed Ricky Williams helmet, and one of the items was a signed Michael J. Fox hoverboard. Like that's
That
kinda
would be cool.
yeah,
awesome.
that is cool.
Like
That's
that's
awesome.
legit.
I think non-sports memorabilia is cooler than sports memorabilia.
Agreed.
Yeah.
unless there's something unique to it, like there's that Mickey Mantle that note he wrote about getting a blowjob.
Like that would be awesome under the
A
bleachers or
bat,
whatever.
it's like, yeah, you and 1,000 other guys have used a bat before. I don't care about that, so it's got to have something unique to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I kind of like that you have Julian Edelman's spitter in your studio, or you did at least.
They fucking took it away. They cleaned it. But yes,
yeah.
I like that kind of stuff. Yeah,
That stuff is cool.
yeah.
But
Sell
yeah,
that for $30 million.
yeah. Maybe, I don't know, maybe the guy's just like a rich pervy, just looks for girls who could fit in him, and he just like, that's his like goal. I don't know.
Whatever.
Maybe.
Whatever you're into, man.
Okay, Eddie, you went that one a little quick.
Well, I'm just saying, we're saying like,
Maybe it's this.
Well, we're saying-
maybe it's a pervert.
That would be
thing.
a totally random thing that maybe would happen. I don't know.
well, we're saying it's either the guy just has him on a shelf and he talks about him for a second when
Yeah.
people come to his house, or it's a collector. I'm like, what else could someone spend?
What would you
$30
guys
million?
do? Imagine I invite you guys over to my house. We're watching the football, and you walk in. I'm wearing the ruby slippers, like they're fucking
the
slippers.
ruby slippers, I'd be like, that's
Oh,
kind of
ruby
fucking
slippers.
badass.
Yeah, I don't even.
But if they were like a replica, I'd be like, are you okay?
Yeah. So I didn't preface what I was trying to say there. Chief, you're up. I'm also interested now. What's going to be the first genuine, real shoe to be taken?
Yeah. I'm going to stick on the movie theme. I think it's maybe my favorite scene involving a shoe is when Andy Dufresne walks through the jailhouse with the shoes shined up like a mirror in Shawshank Redemption.
It's a good shoe.
So I think that's a little probably
Stay
off
true
the
to
board,
yourself.
but that is to me like an iconic scene where he's like, I got the Warden shoes. I buffed them to a mirror shine, and I'm busting out of jail tonight.
How often do you look at
And
someone's shoes?
How often do you look at someone's shoes? Me? Fucking never. So
I gotta say, Chief, that pick completely fucking stinks.
you think that pick stinks for real?
Didn't even cross my mind.
Well, that's because you're a fucking moron. That's a good pick. That's an iconic shoe scene in an iconic movie, and arguably the greatest movie of all time, or one of them.
Or a first round pick.
What'd you take? Yeah, PF Flyers. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
they were cool.
Maybe it is going to be a long day for you.
Maybe.
I think this is a great pick. This is a great pick.
You probably could have got it with the dead last pick.
Hey, Kevin, I don't have fucking shit on my board. So if we're drafting movie shoes in the first round, I'm taking the movie shoe.
My turn.
Shawshank shoes it is.
Yeah, I mean, unless
Megan,
anyone
you got-
else is. You got anything for
was in-
Shawshank shoes before Megan picks?
I love
Shawshank
Shawshank.
shoes.
And if this is a thing that people like remember, then cool. If you told me like the Shawshank shoes, I wouldn't know what that meant.
Oh, you don't remember that scene?
Oh, of course you remember.
I mean, like once you said it and I remember it, like and it is like impactful. I get that, but if you just said the Shawshank shoes the same way you said the Back to the Future shoes, it wouldn't hit for me. No.
Okay.
All right, my turn.
Yeah, you're
I'm
up.
gonna go with one that nobody picked, and I thought that they would because I feel like it's a 1-1. I'm gonna go with the Blazers from Like Mike. You get the shoes falling off the line. He becomes a great basketball player. I mean, that's
That was when Eddie texted me about this, and he was kind of specifying it can be just a regular sneaker or it can be like
Yeah.
something. He that's the one he mentioned. I think I don't like Mike is not my generation or my age, so
Yeah.
I don't even I know what you're talking about, but I don't know what those shoes are. But yeah, for someone who grew up on that, that's,
yes.
Was it a little Bow Wow?
Yeah,
Yeah. So it was like I think I just looked. It's 2002. So that was like height of me watching like kids movies. So this
Yeah.
was very much like holy shit, this could really happen. Like I was fully invested in like I could find a pair of shoes that make me magic one day, and it's good memories and they're real. Again, there were shoes in the movie, and then you come into real life.
How does that movie end?
he
I
dies.
can't remember.
They all die in the end.
Okay.
That's
Massacre.
we
And the dog. The dog in
you're very negative,
I asked how it ended.
but you've been on a bad
Yeah, I don't like
track
this
since
topic.
you
actually-
I don't like this topic.
Everyone actually
What's
does
funny
that.
about that? I'm looking at it. I didn't realize that they're just a pair of Blazers.
Yeah, they're just a pair of Nike
Like
Blazers.
I would have thought that they were like flashier or something crazy or unique, but so
They're-
are Nike Blazers off the board now?
I would assume so, just because of
Yeah.
the movie. And then I get to go again, right?
Yep.
Yep.
All right. So as a woman, I do need to, throw another woman a bone here. It's a fictional shoe, but it can be a real shoe if you're very careful. I'm gonna go glass slipper.
Yeah, that was the fourth one for me.
Because
seen-
I mean, Cinderella. Since you're a kid, you've heard the story, you've watched the movies. She leaves the glass slipper. The man comes and puts it on her ugly stepsister's toes and can't figure out who the shoe belongs to. The entire movie is about a fucking shoe. So I feel like not only is it iconic, but again,
Yeah. But you know what? How fucking insane. It's got to be the most illogical, ridiculous thing ever thought of.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
onto a glass shoe.
You have to be really careful, but it's still a shoe. Shoe is a shoe.
Shoe is a shoe.
Ever hear of these?
I have. It was on my board.
Iconic, Chief. Like the glass slipper.
Yeah, I took one from me.
A story, but I'm just saying, like his story known by everyone.
Are we good with my
Shawshank's not known by everyone?
Listen, I like Mike is. I'm in that.
Those are two good picks.
I didn't want to use it as my one, but all of my other ones got taken. So I mean, this would have gone probably next if I hadn't taken it.
I was 12 when Like Mike came out, so I was in your generations.
I don't know that I've ever seen it.
No,
Actually.
It's a great. I think it's a great movie.
I watched it with my brother when he was that age, and I thought it was.
I remember Bow Wow being in it, but I don't know that I've ever seen it.
I mean, it's like Angels in the Outfield for.
That was a much better movie.
Yeah.
Sure, because it was for your childhood.
Whatever happened to PJ? I was wondering about that the other day.
PJ?
Yeah. From Angels in the Outfield.
What's his name? Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Oh, he's
in everything.
He's an A-lister.
I know.
Yeah, he's fucking
You're talking the little kid.
yeah.
Yeah.
The black kid.
Yeah.
The 8-year-old black
Cute
kid.
little black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he ever do
He's dead too?
Yeah, he died.
Oh, tragic.
This just keeps getting more and more morbid.
Damn.
And the old lady that was from Home Alone.
The pigeon lady?
Yes, the pigeon lady was the
Oh
orphan.
man, she gets me every time.
Yeah.
Dead. Tragic.
Fuck.
JP, his name.
Fell off a bridge while having AIDS.
Wow. Okay.
I think your second rounder is more iconic than the first, but I think that's still two good picks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are solid picks.
I agree. I think you should have flipped him, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, let's pause to talk about Blue Chew. Blue Chew is putting its money where its mouth is and offering you a free month. The process is simple. Sign up at BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. Blue Chew tablets are made in the USA and prepared and shipped directly to your door. You can take them anytime, day or night, so you can plan ahead or be ready whenever an opportunity arises. The best part, it's all done online. That means no visits to the doctor's office, no awkward conversations, and no waiting in line at the pharmacy. We can all relate to wanting to feel more confident, especially in the bedroom, and Blue Chew can help. Make life easier by getting harder and discover your options at BlueChew.com. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Try your first month of Blue Chew free. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring this podcast. All right, Chief, you're going to take the first real shoe?
To be honest, for the graphic, I want as
Taking
as
Forrest
a man,
Gump's running shoes.
I wanted to put
Great
the
pick.
man first.
The Cortezes?
Whatever they are.
Yeah,
The red, white, and
Cortezes,
blue. Yeah.
It's Americana right there.
Sure is.
Sure is.
Felt like running.
I just felt like running.
That's good.
I just felt like running. Where did I watch that the other day? Did I watch that on the... I watched that on the way to...
Not sure.
Turkey.
Oh, yeah?
I found out
For a few
recently
minutes.
that there's a sequel. There's a book or something that's like am I making this up?
I think you're right. I think they have talked about adapting it into a screenplay for a long time, but they never did.
I mean, that's like gotta happen at some point, just for money. No, like it would be a smash hit.
I want to say...
Sometimes you just don't touch greatness.
I don't believe in that. It's like if the sequel sucks, fine. Like Gladiator 2 sucked. Gladiator 1 still awesome.
I fell asleep in the theater for Gladiator 2 when the
Gladiator
sharks
2 was so bad, and
on the
I think people were
Coliseum.
like afraid to say it. That movie sucked.
Which
Why don't
one?
people just make new shit? Just
I know there is a problem with like I think it's the internet. I think the internet is so much of I see, I do. Like you're popular, I want to be popular, I want to make money, I'm gonna do that. Where it used to be like, oh, that's cool, but I make this different type of music, or my movies are like this, and I'll make my own way there. And it's all just like coming to a, you know.
I think
You know what we
I
call
think
that
it's
in the
about
show?
I think it's just pure money where it's like, hey, we have a formula
That's
and
true. Yep.
so we already have a brand and we know a certain amount of people will see it. Doesn't even matter if it sucks.
There
It's got-
needs to be like a governing body of movies that's like you can do 5 sequels a year, the whole industry. Everyone else has to be original.
You have a
So
draft.
you get to do
Yeah.
like the big ones, but once you hit your quota, that's it. Everyone else to make original shit.
Yeah.
So I wanted to look this up before I said it, but they were going to make the second one, but the terrorist attacks, 9/11, like stopped it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I feel like I do remember you telling me that now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought, but I want to make sure.
Another thing that 9/11 ruined.
Yeah.
Goddamn CIA.
Forrest Gump 2 planned to continue the original focus on American history with some of the biggest events of the late 1980s and 90s, from O.J. Simpson to meeting Princess
Well, that's
Diana.
the thing. You can do it you could do 10 of these if you know, I mean,
Yeah.
obviously eventually you bastardize it, but the idea of like, I would like to see all the other historical events.
Yep. Eric Roth, who wrote the script for Forrest Gump 2, turned the script in on September 10th.
Oh, bad timing.
Yes. And then on September 11th,
But why would that like,
he said the film felt meaningless after that.
I can see why.
Yeah.
I guess so, I don't know.
I mean, just make the movie longer. Include
Yeah,
9/11.
include that.
Have it can end.
What?
Like, what's that movie with Edward Pattinson? At the
Yeah,
end of
where he-
9/11. Just do that. At the end, you zoom out and Forrest Gump's in the tower and then
It's not like the film industry has it monetized.
Yeah,
Dude,
9/11.
imagine
Just
Forrest
awful,
Gump on
awful things
United
before.
93. Let's roll. Let's roll on, man.
All right, boys.
Well, I think we might
guy's
be going
weak.
down.
All right, who's up?
That's
I'm
fucked
up.
He does his weird run up the aisle, his robotic run.
All right. I guess I'm going to be the first one to take a real shoe, and I'm going to take the Jordan 1s.
That was the only real shoe to go first, I think.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Iconic. It's just a perfect shoe.
That's a Jordan 1, huh?
Also, though, another shoe sucks to wear.
Yeah.
Horribly
we were
uncomfortable.
just talking about it.
I can't believe people
they're too
actually
narrow.
played basketball in these shoes.
I know the fact that like this was,
Yeah.
you know, and it was considered like revolutionary and like air, and you can jump higher and run faster. It's like these things suck, dude. And I get that like in the 80s, maybe that was the technology that was they were able to like mass produce, but like, can't we make? I always think this about dress shoes too. Ain't there a way to make a shoe that looks nice and on the inside's comfortable? What the fuck is that about? How come we can't just make a Jordan 1 have the comfort of a shoe from 2025? Why can't you have a pair of leather dress shoes that don't have like wooden bottoms? What the fuck is that about?
I
Crazy.
This guy's trying to put cobblers out of business.
I think I genuinely think all of this is on its way.
It's got. I mean, it's
do.
got to be. It's like.
I think like
I mean, with
this new-
athleisure too, like
Yes,
we're getting more and more comfortable
I
by
think
the day.
this new Saucony on cloud Hoka revolution like has kind of made like,
but like, what are you gonna
But
wear?
that's-
What are you
that's
gonna
like-
wear to a wedding?
Yeah,
Jordan
that's people
ones.
dressing shittier.
Right.
I'm
Yeah, but-
talking about you can still look good, and it just doesn't have to fucking.
Hurt.
but I'm
work.
saying they're going these companies that make like the
Oh,
stuff that
okay.
looks good. I think they're going to start making things
Figure
more
that out.
comfortable that look good. That's what I think.
They've been making shoes.
what I was
They've
thinking?
been
I had
making
thought-
shoes a long time.
Yeah, it's like they. I don't know why. What would be the tipping point? Why now?
I think because people are more and more wearing these shoes. Like
You know what I think is crazy? I said this on the podcast the other day. High heels are fucking insane.
They are insane.
Insane that like it's just like we all just girls just wear them, and it's like
Because it makes their ass pop. They look great.
I know I get that, but it's just like
It's not for them. It's for us.
I feel like it could be like 300 years from now. They're gonna be like, there was this phase where they all walked around on little like pins, and their feet hurt and their toes got jammed. And they did it. It's like one step above Chinese binding. It's crazy.
It really is.
It is.
Yeah.
I hope it never goes away. They're great.
Like, listen, girls have great asses anyway. Whatever. You don't need the fucking
The heel.
dogs barking because of it. Anyway.
Well, I think I think the goalposts have been moved, right? Like any wedding you go to now, they you pop right out of them right away.
Yeah, for the
It's
most
like
part. or
loosening
you
the
just-
tie for guys.
Yeah, you'll pop them off if you're in the right event, or you can find like a relatively comfortable pair of heels, but I mean that's very
Relative.
few and far behind.
I also-
I'm
yeah,
always so
relative.
impressed you guys can like run in them and dance in them and
Oh
shit.
yeah, cartwheels.
Bryce Dallas Howard and Jurassic World. People always talk
That's
about
right.
that. She was running from those dinosaurs. Yeah, you said it, Chief. They've been making shoes for a long time.
Yeah.
You're right. They have been.
Yeah.
Dave, you're up.
I thought Eddie was going to take this with his first pick. I can't believe he didn't take it with his second pick. I'm going to go with Data Slick Shoes from the Goonies.
That's a scumbag move.
How's that? You had two chances to pick it, and
Well,
I even
'cause-
gave you a clue on what I was going to pick with my next.
Well, I want to diversify my board.
So, iconic shoes obviously kind of saves the Goonies multiple times with them. Without them, they
Just
probably
once.
would have all died in the cave.
Just once, really, but
Just once.
your point remains. They're great shoes. Yeah, I mean it's a booby trap shoe.
Who doesn't? What young whippersnapper doesn't love a booby trap?
Booby traps are great, and I just like
Booby
the
traps
name.
are the best.
Booby trap? What's better than a booby trap?
Nothing's better than a booby trap.
Nothing. That's Chester Copper
And Data's slick shoes had them in spades, right, Chief?
Yep.
Have you not seen the Goonies?
No, I have, but it's been probably 30 years.
Oh, go watch it tonight.
Okay.
You know these, right, Kevin?
To be honest, I was just kind of staying quiet because I don't know these. Like, I know the Goonies. I don't know it well enough. Again, sort of like the Shawshank. If you told me
Kevin.
the Goonie shoes, I just wouldn't know what that means.
Okay, this is much different than that idiot.
I agree,
That was
I
just
agree. That's
one.
just me, like,
This is
I
like he
don't-
was wearing these shoes and they have like legit booby traps in them and they like
Yeah,
secrete
I-
oil so people slip and
That's why
it's
I
a
was just being
focus
quiet
of the
'cause
movie,
I
not a
just-
split-second scene.
I'm with you. I get that.
Very
I'm like,
important
oh yeah,
scene.
I remember that now. I'm just saying it was not Goonies. You know, I remember a sloth and hey, you guys, and a weird old woman. I just don't remember.
You just saw it with your
That
nephew
part
this
is
weekend.
Ruth? That's
Saw-
all I really-
saw my
40th
nephews
anniversary right
on
now.
Sunday, yes, I did. Yeah, but regardless, I'm not taking these over Jordan 1s or Dorothy slippers. And it's an iconic draft.
They're
As much as
second,
I love
second
it.
round, I think they definitely suffice after those picks have already
Yeah,
been
yeah, yeah.
selected.
No, I'm not hating on it. But you're saying I could have had it, but I'm fine with what I took over it. Kevin, you're up.
I have two,
Yep.
Yep, you got 2.
and there's so like this is such a hard draft. This is borderline like television draft for me, where it's like I'm gonna leave some of my favorites off the board. Planning accordingly for some things I think I can get in the late rounds, though. My first pick, I can't believe it even got to me. Air Force Ones.
Yep.
Yeah.
Air Force Ones are, I believe, literally the most popular shoe of all time.
Ones.
And it got, I mean, like it's got a fucking song.
And they
It's got-
keep and they keep being recycled. It went from Nelly in like 2005, just like straight, just the long ass jeans with the oversized T-shirts, and then now you have like sorority girls in them, like as their everyday shoe. It's
White
like,
Sox Dave.
amazing.
It's
Forever.
it's one of my right now I've been wearing these old ass ones out, but typically I'm wearing Air Force Ones. I think it's the best shoe. The best
They're-
everyday shoe.
They, you know, a pair of fresh white Uptowns are like,
Yep.
it's just.
Have you ever owned a black pair?
I can't
All
tell.
black?
And that's the other thing. Even that is like the black shoe has
The stereotype.
like, this attached to it, and like, and then the song. It's just it's part. That's iconic, man.
Sing the
And I
song,
do
Ed.
believe. I'm pretty sure it's the most selling sneaker of all time. I think more pairs of that.
Give me
Two
two purrs.
I need
It's,
two
you know,
purrs.
Say what?
Ready to optimize your nutrition this year? Factor has chef-made gourmet meals that make eating well easy. They're dietitian approved and ready to eat in 2 minutes, so you can fuel and feel right no matter what life throws at you. Factor arrives fresh and fully prepared, perfect for activity and busy lifestyle. I have a neighbor that has them delivered seemingly every week, and I always get jealous that I wasn't on the Factor thing, so I am now on it. So you can lose up to 8 pounds in 8 weeks with Factor Keto meals based on randomized controlled clinical trial with Factor Keto. Results vary depending on diet and exercise. With 40 options across dietary preferences on the menu each week, it is easy to pick meals tailored to your goals. Choose from preferences like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, or Keto. Eat smart with Factor. Get started at factormeals.com/dogwalk50 off and use code dogwalk50 off to get 50% off your first box plus shipping. That's code dogwalk50 off at factormeals.com/dogwalk50 off. It's the number 50, dogwalk50 off to get 50% off plus that free shipping. Make sure you're doing that. Factormeals.com.
So
I know
Air
you
Force
talking about
Ones,
my
and
Air
then
Force Ones.
I will have to go with.
I fucking love Nelly.
He's the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Him and Ashanti having a baby is like just
Oh,
the 2000s.
the best. That's one of my, like, the-
it's a
like
guilty
that-
pleasure. It makes me smile.
Short of it being Ja Rule and Ashanti, like
Yeah.
that's the couple right there. You know,
I didn't see
will
that.
go
I never
with-
knew that either.
Yeah. I got to go patent leather Jordans, Jordan 11. It is. I actually would have gone with that over the one, to be honest. I think the 11s are the best Jordan ever. That patent leather, shiny, the Concord black and white ones are, that was the first shoe people were killing each other over. Let's call a spade a spade. That was the first shoe that had the lines out the door and people, robbing each other. And I remember when that re-released, the idea of like a retro coming back out, that I was able to get that because I never got them like the first go around. It was like a seminal moment in my life to be able to have a pair of Jordan 11s. So there's a million different colorways that are all awesome, but the original black and white Concord with that black patent leather is the one.
Chief, would you like to tell us if it's better than the ones?
Chief doesn't like them.
It's a good shoe. Like I don't know what you want me to say.
By the way,
It's a
let me
fucking good
preface
shoe.
all of these things are like all of these sneakers are like, I went through that phase of once I had a little bit of money that I could buy the sneakers I never had as a kid, and I bought all of them, and then you hit like mid 30s and you're like, what am I doing?
I just reached that point. I have a closet
a
full of
billion
pretty expensive
shoes that are
Jordans, yeah.
like absolutely I will never wear these again.
I have a pair of Dunks for every day of potentially 3 months. I have a pair for every
Jesus.
outfit.
Really?
But
Yeah.
those are like Dunks you can wear. Like some of the basketball shoes I bought, I'm like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, those sometimes they are just ridiculous.
Yeah, I just bought the.
I think that's 11s though, because I have a pair of 11s and I haven't worn them. I'd be like,
Yeah, bro.
When I bought those, I was like, oh, I got a fucking pair of 11s. Now, if I wore those out, I'd be like making sure nobody's talking about me behind my back.
100%. The black, like the Concord black patent leather ones are kind of, you can get away with them because they are like so well known. But like I remember even when I was young, I bought a pair of all white ones. They're all white with icy blue bottoms.
Yep.
And I was like, I opened them up and I was like, what am I doing?
I
remember
my name is Kevin.
I remember people wearing those specific shoes with the foot hat of the North Carolina, like
Yeah.
the Tar Heel,
Yeah,
but like
yeah.
those shoes with that hat, I can envision someone in that entire.
Yeah, it's like you better be
outfit
a
right now.
Carolina, you better be a Tar Heel super fan. Yeah. But, I mean, what do you think if you see a guy who's like 30 something wearing sneakers like that? What do you think?
Yeah, I will say though, like of all the Jordans, like, and I can't talk about Jordans either. I don't know enough about them, but just looking at the list, these are some of the best looking.
Yeah,
ones.
they're original. My son has the pair of the that gray pair that you had pulled up earlier, but he's great
These?
with them. No, the Jordan 11s that you had pulled up earlier.
I think maybe you can get away with that gray pair.
I think it just depends on like how you dress and like your style as a
Yes.
person. Like
It's
if
also
you're-
how you like
carry
I
yourself.
probably dress and look basically the same I did like 5-6 years ago. So I probably looked ridiculous then, but I just didn't feel ridiculous because I was like, I don't know, I'm still young and I can wear them. So you just kind of carry yourself differently. Right now, if I was wearing them, I'd be like hiding my shoes like at every turn.
What do you wear for shoes now?
I don't know. I have these like pair of like
Yeah, regular sneakers.
called filling pieces, just like a leather low top. But I mean, it kind of looks like an Air Force One, but it's a little bit less. You know what I mean?
Those
Yeah.
ankles
So
aren't
not
cold?
as. What's that?
Your ankles aren't cold? Is it not cold in New York right now?
If I have a thing with socks. If I wear high socks, my entire body gets hot. It's crazy.
Oh, okay,
It's-
okay.
That also, that, I have
Fun facts about Kevin.
Yeah. But I think also, by the way, the Jordan 11, I think is kind of the shoe that almost can like really made sneaker culture like a popular thing. I think they sold like 1 million pairs on Black Friday, one day. It was something crazy like that. One holiday season, they moved like 1 million units. And I think that's what kind of like turned it into like, you know, white kids like me wearing these sneakers and becoming like just totally
I'm
pop
pretty
culture.
sure that's the shoe Jordan hit his final shot in the finals with, right?
The black and red ones, the bread 11s is the one he hit
Right,
the kind of
over Craig
crossover.
Elo,
Yeah,
yeah.
that one, yeah.
Yeah, they're-
I think that was the 12s, no?
I thought that
Yeah, it
was
is the 12s. He's right.
Well,
He's
the blue
it's the
game
12s.
was the
He's
12,
right.
the 12.
Yeah.
Too many.
yeah.
But these ones, we'll move on. These ones were Space Jam. The Space Jam 11s were all black.
That's actually, you're correct. And it was the 12s for Jordan's last shot.
How many are there now? Like, what's the latest number?
I think they're at like 35.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
and
say
they've
30,
been like
yeah.
rebranded, like they've been flipped into making them look like the vintage into now. Like there's so many.
And
went
how
through
often
the
does he
releases
release
this year,
them?
and
Do
there's
you
like
know?
it's like 2-3 times. Well, there's one
There's like one model a year.
there's one model a year, but they have like 2-3 releases a month of like throwbacks too.
Oh, the colorway. Yeah,
Yeah.
the colorways are crazy. I mean, there's like right now. The Chiefs, the Jordan 11s came out in 96, 7. There's new colorways dropping this year.
Yeah.
There's
Okay.
a bunch of different colors. So they just keep making money. You know, Jordan still is the biggest sneaker earner because they're dropping new shoes every 2 minutes.
Makes sense. Dave.
I want to take. I'm gonna take. All right, I'm gonna go with my favorite Jordans aside from the ones. I'm gonna go with 4s. I think they're the ones you can wear in most situations, like around the office. You can wear them out on the weekend. I think they're also probably one of the more common ones, right? Definitely.
What do you take?
3s and 4s.
The Jordan
Yeah, the
4s.
fours are pretty common.
I'd say, and I like 4s more than 3s personally, because it's got that little
Gives you a little
Yeah,
hike.
that little thing,
A little strap on
the
it.
little
yep.
strap thing. So I'm gonna go with the 4s.
And you were explaining before that.
And no, Air Force Ones give me the height. Those are the good platform shoes.
They do have a little.
The
The
Forces-
Air Force
Air-
Ones
Air
are way
Forces and
better
Air
for
Maxes.
adding the height
Yeah.
than Jordans are. That's actually why I
like
have so many
the
Air Force Ones.
Costanza
Part of
with the
reason.
boots?
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. 5'8", 5'7".
And you were saying that you you wear a size up because
Jordans are way more narrow
They are very narrow.
than
That's why I
Air
can't wear
Force
them.
Ones. Yes,
They hurt.
I have fat feet and wide feet.
You have a wide
So-
toe box, probably. That's what it's called, like your toe box.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
But like along the middle part.
Oh,
it's
do you have
very
fat
narrow.
ones? You have
I
fat
have
ones there
fat
too?
feet. Yeah.
and there's been a lot of debate over your feet. On the
We
internet.
did it on video. 11
still
and a quarter.
painted?
What's
Are
that?
your toenails still painted?
No, I took that off immediately.
Okay, good.
I took him to the shoe store once and we measured him on video.
11 and a quarter.
Yeah.
So
And
I
he
go
was-
11 and a half.
Why was there a debate? Because you thought he had small feet?
So someone, I don't know if you could pull up the picture, Lance, or I could send it
Oh,
to you,
from
Kevin.
the yak?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
tiny feet.
that's
No, this is way
Oh.
before the.
He tweeted like a picture of like, and it was like
was
his
like the way-
breakfast, and you know how Stooley's like notice everything in the background,
Everything.
It
and
was
Dave's
the
foot
way-
looked like it looked like a baby
It
foot.
did look like
Dude, there's something about feet too. I don't know whether it's because it's like the joke is that it's attached to your dick or whatever, but when somebody tells you as a guy you have like itty bitty feet, it's like fighting words. It's like,
Yeah.
Dude, I'm a 10 and a half. I'm a totally normal size, bro. Just fucking leave me alone.
I
don't
think
know
it
what
was just the way like Dave's
My jeans
were
like
hanging.
hanging kind of over the foot, so you can only see like half my foot, and it looks like a baby foot.
It was so fucking funny though, dude. It really did look like a baby foot. I have to find it before.
I have
this
no
goes over.
idea when that was even from. I couldn't even begin to.
I found.
I think it was from
and
like
everything.
2020. It was from like the old office.
I think I
it
might have
was,
sent it to
yeah.
Danny so we don't lose it because it made me laugh so
There's
much.
a video on Facebook.
The search function on Twitter absolutely stinks now.
I know that's
Oh wow, yeah. That looks. I didn't realize it was like your bare foot. That looks like a little baby foot.
right. It's a baby foot.
Do you want to have a shoe off right now, Ed? A foot off?
Oh, I don't.
I didn't think so. You get emasculated.
I don't want to fight with the baby foot.
Oh.
All right, it's me.
Yeah,
It's tough.
it is. It's a tough draft.
There's so many. Ugh, it's gonna kill me.
I have one that I am dying for Chief to not draft that I have to.
Brother, I'm probably
safe.
not going to draft.
Yeah, I think you're pretty good.
Yeah.
I have a list of just like so many.
Jesus.
This is hard because it's like if you don't like the shoe, but you could also tell how iconic it is. You know, there's like a fine line.
yeah.
Well, that's why I didn't want to go with like the Cinderella slipper because this is like this is. I would feel like your audience is mostly male, so like seeing a slipper.
Go
No,
with
that-
what you want.
Everybody knows that shoe. No one's
Yeah,
gonna
that's
dock
true.
you for
That's
that.
true. That's true. Okay.
If you would have taken that first, I think people would have been
Okay.
like, "Yeah, that's."
I'm thinking graphic. I'm thinking too big here. I'm thinking too far ahead.
I'm not going to go with that one. I'm going to go with a different one. And this is iconic, not because it looks good, but it's because of the dads. I got to take the dad shoe. I'm going to take the Air Monarch.
That's
Yeah.
I love it.
great
Love it.
pick.
That's a
That's-
great
that's a
pick.
really
I
good
actually I did not think of that, and I'm mad at myself for that. That's a great pick.
The Nike Air Monarchs they really are. They're
Bro,
iconic.
let me tell you something.
Nike?
There's a fucking
Yeah.
reason why they're the dad shoe.
They're white with the blue like navy Nike check.
Why is
So
that?
comfortable. So fucking comfortable.
That's
man.
what you
And
need
when
to
you're
start
dad-
wearing for your fat feet.
Yeah, that would be great for
I
your
go
fat
Hoka.
So I bought a
Yeah.
pair, and my buddy was like so disappointed. Like almost
Yeah,
like
but you know what? I think that's gone like the other way now. I almost think that it's like a real dad shoe is like, you know, some nameless shit from like Payless. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you go get a Nike Monarch, it's almost like, oh, you got the dad shoe. It's like a thing, you know?
yeah, first no, and that's how I looked at it too. I was like, yeah, it's whatever. People will know. Like
These are
I'm
the
not
lawnmower
serious.
shoes.
Yeah.
And I was like it wasn't even like they were busting my balls. It was like an intervention. Like I'd given up. Like they were disappointed in me. So I took them back. I actually did.
You got bullied?
Yeah, and I didn't.
Fuck that. You should wear them.
I'm telling you.
Ed.
He-
back.
He's a spineless coward.
I thought about making it like, especially when I was at the peak of wearing, like buying all these sneakers. And then I was like, I can't really wear these anymore. I was like, I'm gonna like retire and like transition to the dad shoe, and I was gonna wear those. I never did it, but I would wear those. Fuck that. Who cares?
I mean, there's a day where
At this point, I just want to be comfortable.
yeah,
I just want to
Yeah.
be comfortable.
there's a day where we're all gonna wear them.
I've never bought a pair of Hokas before, but when I got them prior to Istanbul, I wanted them specifically for the flight. And
I fucking hate those shoes.
they have
Can I be honest, Kevin? I do too. I
normal,
think
and
they're
then
so
you can
ugly.
get a wide. You can get wide shoes. I didn't know that.
Hokas?
Hokas,
I think
yeah.
they're really
I mean,
ugly.
yeah, like I wear a lot of Sauconys
Admittedly.
now. This guy sent me a bunch, and like they're so comfortable, like it's hard to go back to anything else.
What is?
Saucony?
Is that how you say it?
Saucony? I
I
don't
thought I
know.
thought it was
it's
Saucony.
Saucony. Yeah,
I
used to say
said Saucony.
Saucony growing up. It's
Yeah,
Saucony.
I am from the South, so I wanted to make sure that I was not like right there.
Yeah. Do you bundle all of those into that category?
What, Sauconys?
Well, all the ones that are like Hokas, and do you bundle all
No,
of them?
no.
Like,
I
they're
just
so ugly?
I specifically like the Sauconys or however the fuck you said it. They don't. I like those. I would still wear them. Like I would buy them. I think the Hokas specifically just look like they're made for someone with special needs. I don't know. That's the best way I can say it.
Good for balance.
Yeah, I see Fasoli
they
walk.
feel
I see
to me
Fasoli walking around. in them.
If you're like hiking or something and you get those shoes,
That was a
fuck,
big time
those-
ricochet shot.
Well, every time I see him, Fasoli has on these white, thick ass, like it looks like shape ups, and I'm like, I just can't. I can't mentally look at them and
But
be
they
like,
are so. I mean, they blew the fuck up. That's
Yeah.
like a Harvard business study. How popular they got. Because I remember being like, these things look goofy as fuck.
See, what's funny is I hate them so much is when my son asked me to buy him a pair, I bought him on clouds because I was so against how ugly the Hokas were.
But I bundle all these brands in one, and even
kinda
like
do
Brooks and all these
Yeah.
ones are
Yeah.
like Asics. They're all kind of like the new shoe that people are wearing. They're just like, fuck it, we're going with comfort.
Yeah.
Well, what's funny is like if you're really in the sneaker world, like
Asics has been around for forever. I feel
Yeah,
like.
they're like the
New
marathon
Balance,
runners.
New Balance and Asics are like two things that the average person would be like, those are lame dad shoes. Whereas in the sneaker world, if you're like a fashion house or a designer, you do a collaboration, like you do an Asics Gel Light 3, you do a New Balance 997, and it's like that's the shoe. So it's
So
kind
like
of
if
weird.
you go into like any like super like nice store right now, it's like you're gonna see like a New Balance. Like it's gonna that's the shoe that you're seeing.
Yeah, like I'm not a sneaker guy at all, but I just bought a New Balance Kawhi Leonard Goosebumps collaboration.
I would love to see that.
What?
I still have never worn them.
Wait,
Yeah, I bought this. Like,
you got to bring these in, and we got to talk about that.
isn't that
That's sick.
You
That's
think that's
awesome.
cool?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you should bring them in. Put them on.
How many
Put them up
do you-
here.
Why
Bro,
Kawhi Leonard? Why is he
Eddie,
involved in
Eddie,
What?
Eddie, you cannot wear these.
No, don't wear them.
Why
Bring
not?
them in.
What?
Those are
Because
those
this is
are
what
just
I'm
to look
talking
at.
about. You can't be a guy wearing a bright green and orange fucking sneaker, bro.
Why do you think I haven't worn them yet, Kevin? I've had them for like 6
Kevin.
months.
Did they come in a
This
sweet
is
box?
the sort of shit I'm talking about, though. Like, there was a time where I'd be like, oh, I got to get this sneaker. And then I'd be like, I'm never going to wear it. But there is something to, like, if you just like it and you want to buy it, it's like a collectible. I don't know.
That's kind of what it was. Like, did you see,
Yeah.
try to find the picture of R.L. Stein holding them? And he's like, it's just
That guy's still alive?
Yeah, it's a comical picture. He's like excited for my new shoes. And he's like not like he looks so miserable. And I don't know if you could find it, Lance, but he's just. I got
81.
He's just like,
exactly. Yeah, he's like very excited to receive my new shoes.
that is great.
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe I'll just now I feel like I could wear them now that we talked about it though.
Oh, God, that's funny.
Chief, you're up.
I'm only going to take shoes that I feel like I wanted as a kid now. I thought the Reebok pumps were.
Did you just see me type that in?
No, I have it open right here.
I had just
and it's
typed
on
it in. I literally I had closed my app.
down right there.
Look, I had just closed my app because I just looked.
All right,
I didn't want
so
to
that makes me feel like it was a good pick. I don't know why this technology went away. I don't know what the technology ever did when you pumped the little
Made
thing.
it like tighter around your.
But why did it go away?
You
It
can
actually
you can
worked.
get them now, but
Brandon
it's
Walker
Like,
still wears them.
Oh, that really.
I have seen him wearing them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now that you mention it, yeah.
I just like to hit the little pump.
dude,
on
when
them.
you forget about pumping them up, releasing them was ridiculous. It was like it was like a ball deflating. Those were ridiculous.
Hey, Chief. Good pick.
Good pick.
All right.
Yeah, fuck. That
Three
was gonna
good
be,
picks.
That was my next pick. Now you have me
Three
all
good picks.
all
Well, one good pick.
discombobulated.
No, 3.
Yeah, these rocked, right? They're
Yeah, those
unique.
are awesome. They're
They had
awesome.
the pump, like
Yeah.
everyone
Now
knows.
that's one, by the way. That's something I feel like you can wear because it's like I know this is kind of ridiculous and silly,
They still
but
sell
I'm wearing
them.
them because they're the
Yeah.
pumps from the '90s, you know. Versus like I think my Jordans are cool. There's something nostalgic about this that I think you can get away with.
Yeah, I think this is a good pick, Chief.
Okay.
Good job.
Great.
Megan, you're up.
All right. I'm gonna bring back some like nostalgia really quick. and again, there's probably multiple brands of these, but the LA Tech light up shoes.
You took that from me. You took it from me.
That
I
was
showed
on
you my list.
That
I
was
just
on
showed you my list.
It was on my list. Fuck, we're
It's on
back.
everybody's list.
We're dying over here. Yeah, but the light up shoes. If you were ever a kid, you've always
They were awesome.
you had.
Couldn't wait to go to school that next day after you got those.
They rock.
They-
I would love
rocked.
to have been in the room when like that got pitched or they showed the prototype or something. Those guys must have been like LA Knights, British Knights, whatever it was, must have been like, we're gonna make $1 billion.
And they basically
They probably
did.
did. They probably did.
basically did. So yeah, that's my third pick. And now
Wait, what? Who made them again?
I
It
think
was
it's
LA Lights, right? Like
LA Lights?
Gear.
Yeah.
LA
Yeah.
Gear.
Or LA Gear. That's
Yeah.
what LA Gear. LA Gear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
super throwback. Yeah.
Disrupted the market. You're right.
Yeah.
When you're a kid, you just
Those are iconic.
They're
I
awesome.
think they're iconic,
Yeah.
right? Would we all agree?
They
it's
were
a good
kind of
third
like
round
the
pick?
starter jacket of the time.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
You had to have them.
Everyone had to
Yeah.
have them.
take another break to talk about ChevyDriveChicago.com. It's the auto show time, and it's right around the corner. That means a few things for drivers in Chicagoland. It's cold out, and it's important to make sure your car is running right, and it also means it's time to shop for a new ride. ChevyDriveChicago.com has you covered for both. Whether you need a local dealer to check your engine and tires in this cold weather, or you are ready to shop for a new SUV or EV from the Chevy lineup, your local Chevy dealer has everything you need. Isn't that right, Dave?
That's absolutely correct, Ed. Like you said, 'tis the season. It's awful weather right now. Don't let your tires tread get too low or your brakes go unchecked. Go to ChevyDriveChicago.com, pop in that zip code, and you will have your car ready for winter in no time.
And it's the best spot to go for service, like they said.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna have good heating and everything while you
Exactly.
wait, so it'll be nice. So go to ChevyDriveChicago.com to find your local dealer today. And auto show right around the corner too. Hope you go there.
Come
and,
check it out. Come check out that brand new fleet of 20. I think they go a year in advance, right? 2026.
I think the
lines?
2026 will probably come out like the fall.
Okay, so whatever it is, the new lineup of Chevy SUVs and sedans.
Beautiful. Go do it.
Okay, next one. I'm going to go with a shoe that you guys probably are going to be like, you could have reached a little further for that one. But the shoe that was thrown at George W.
God
Bush.
damn it! God damn it! That was my next pick.
That's a great.
When the little Iraqi fellow just gets up and just chucks the shoe at him.
I knew you were going to get so pissed at that.
I am
That's why
fucking
took
furious
it.
because I'm like, all right, Chief. If anybody's gonna take it, it's gonna be Chief.
No.
That was my next pick.
I just wanted to do that to piss you off.
God damn it!
So yeah, that's a pretty iconic shoe. It's still in a
I'd
glass
say
case.
he threw 2 shoes.
Oh,
You got
two
both
sh-
off.
Well, then we got 2 shoes.
Yeah.
George Bush's face when he does, he's like, he was
Dodged it.
so confused.
Yeah.
People are automatically going to think that my draft is now yours because of that.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, we put
It goes from
Is it actually
Cinderella
in a
glass.
museum?
Yeah,
that guy probably got put to death by George Bush for that.
he's probably still in Guantanamo Bay.
Easily getting waterboarded as we speak.
Damn it.
He's got a pair of
It is in a glass case.
jumper cables attached to his nutsack right
I
now.
was thinking nipples, but yeah.
Yeah, that's a good outside the box one.
Yeah, I just
That was my next pick.
I wanted to go through a little bit of American history
Yep.
there, guys. Between the light up, we went from light up shoes to George W. Bush.
I put that in the middle of all my other shoes so nobody would see it on my list. It would blend in.
It's an Echo.
Whatever the
Shoe.
fuck that is. I
didn't see that coming.
They should have like if that happened now, that brand would have been like on Twitter.
It would have
and
blown
fucking,
up.
Yeah, like buy the shoe that almost hit George W.
How about this? This is in the Guardian from 2009. A statue of a giant shoe has been unveiled in Saddam Hussein's hometown in honor of the Iraqi journalist who threw his footwear at the former president George W. Bush.
Hilarious.
The statue also features a poem honoring the journalist who shot to fame when he hurled his shoes. So they got a big ass just shoe,
A shoe statue.
and it's got like a tree growing out of it.
That's
it's that big.
Really
So,
funny.
Good pick.
Thanks.
Very good pick. I wish I had thought of that. I'll just go with Chuck Taylor's.
I mean that's still they're iconic.
He hates it though because
I do hate it because it means nothing to me. I'd like to feel something about this draft. I wanted LA gear. Or
Why
LA
don't you
Lights.
draft what you fucking wear then?
What are you wearing?
I'm wearing like
Reeboks.
generic. No, I like
Those are the
Allbirds.
ones that I picked
Oh,
out.
draft Allbirds, you fucking dork. What are you doing?
They might be in my honorable mention. I haven't worn them in a while. I got Reeboks on right now, and yes, Megan did pick out these shoes.
Really?
I think she did. Yeah. I was like, I'm like, I need new shoes. Just send me a link.
That's hilarious.
I forgot about that. Actually,
They look great for you.
Thank you. Yeah, they're over a year old now. I need to send me a new link.
Yeah, Megan, please. Yeah, I don't think. Did you guys like? I like girls wearing them. I don't want like. I never like wearing them personally. I don't know. I just think they look good on girls. I think they look terrible on guys.
My dad wears.
Oh, Chuck Taylors?
Yes.
My dad wears them unironically.
I would wear like a low top Converse, but Converse are a little bit
I kind of
goofy.
agree with your take.
Yeah, I think girls look good. Guys don't.
But girls only. My first pair of Converse, I'll never forget because like I was this size as like a 12-year-old, and I have a size 9 foot. So my mom thought I was still growing and got me a size 10 pink Converse. And when I tell you my feet have never looked bigger,
Converse, I go like a size and a half down on Converse. I think it's huge.
Yeah, no, I looked at my feet and developed a complex that same day. I was like,
They're so long.
I'm never wearing these shoes again. I can't
They're like
do
water
that.
skis.
Yes.
Ronald McDonald's.
Yeah, that's exactly what I looked like.
Yeah.
And I was so excited to get them. I unboxed them. I was like, fuck yeah. And then I put them on. I'm like, oh
They're
no.
terrible. Mom go back and buy an 8. Yeah, it's a good pick, Chief.
Thank you.
It's a good.
Thank
good
you.
Pick. I mean,
Yep.
it's an iconic shoe.
It is.
What's wrong, Dave?
No, it is. I like Pia Flyers better.
Well, yeah.
Pretty similar.
I mean, I think that's what they were probably basing on.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a. Sometimes me and the boys go to this Polish bar in town. It's like a shitty dive bar.
Of course.
There's a bartender there who wears Chuck Taylor high heels.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
How does that
those
even
are
work?
another things that I hate. The sneaker high heels, I fucking think they're so ugly. Like they are like back in like 2005, like Eve would wear them and like Beyonce, and they'd be like and like Rihanna even, which I love her, but I hated those shoes. Any sneaker heel, I think is the ugliest fucking thing you could put on your foot.
Yeah.
You know what is great though? The
That's not
basketball
like
jersey
horrible.
dress.
It's not good.
The what? Sorry, Kevin.
The basketball jersey
Look at
dresses
2005.
from the same era.
Oh, yeah.
If you got a body and you wore one of those, it was like, this bitch is bad.
Yeah.
No, they were like more like
Damn, you see that girl in the Bibby jersey?
they didn't look like
Dude,
they
there
made
was
them
a
look
girl who had
cooler.
a Sacramento Kings jersey dress at my high school. I remember being like, I just became a man. Like, this girl is unbelievable.
I would love a adapted TV show of your high school experience, just because it looks so preposterous.
It would be something. Let me tell you that much. It would be something.
To
City
me,
Island.
I'm gonna take my favorite basketball shoe from my era. Also, the one that I broke my ankle in. Got fouled on a breakaway against Queen of All Saints. Dave broke my ankle.
Tragic.
Had the yip since. The T-Mac 2s.
Nice.
I love the T-Mac 2s. I had the black pair and I had the metallic blue pair the next time. Chief, I broke my ankle in the metallic blue pair.
Okay.
In case you're worried about that.
Okay, I remember.
Never again. Avoid them.
Yeah, but I still have them. I have a place in my. Maybe I should put them on the shelf.
You have
Dude,
the
yeah,
actual
there's
pair
some-
that you broke your ankle in?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you got it. That's like the
those
George
have
Bush.
to-
We got to build a statue
Yeah.
of that.
Eddie, you should tie them together through it and have them just hanging on this.
That's exactly
Throw it
what
over
you
like
should
the
do.
power lines. You know?
Yeah.
Toss them up in the rafters.
Over the light fixture
Yeah.
poles here. Yeah.
I like this. Guys.
Yeah.
Too. I'm going to get these in my parents.
I also feel
Those
like
and the goosebump ones.
Yes. And the goosebump.
yeah, but they got the whammy on them though.
The
They're cursed.
metallic ones.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I gotta like touch them every day before to like get a reverse
think
juju.
that's
or
how you
something.
fix your yips.
Maybe I don't know.
Do you know this guy hasn't been able to shoot a basketball since 7th grade?
Yeah, 7th grade. It
Was
was,
it because of that broken ankle?
yeah, December of 03. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm telling you, it was it. I am not kidding. You could ask like my friends that I play. You could. I'm telling you, it's never the
I'm
same.
telling you.
You can't even just take a jumper? Like just
Oh no!
It's broken. Like
It's broken.
I'll.
Do you remember when Rick Ankiel was trying to throw
Yeah,
the ball to the
yeah.
catcher and he would throw it into like the dugout? That's Eddie.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I have like a problem, and it's a mental one too, for
That's
sure.
the yips are 100.
yeah, clearly.
I had the yips for real in baseball my freshman year of high school. I was fielding a bunt in practice, airmailed first base, mental block. I would put it on the tits of whoever I was throwing it to, other than the first baseman. And it was only from when I was fielding it
Chuck
like
Knobloch
towards
shit, man.
the pitcher mound. If I was fielding a ball at third base or I could throw it anywhere I wanted. If a bunt was hit back to me, it was going into right field 100% of the time.
Crazy.
You remember these though?
Oh yeah,
T-Mac
T-Mac.
twos?
T-Mac.
Oh, yeah.
No, there's a few like Jordan is the king, and then there's like a huge drop off. But there's a couple guys who have put out a couple good pairs, and T-Mac's up there for that era.
Yeah, I mean that was a shoe for my generation. So, Dave.
I am gonna go with. I'll go with real shoes for now. They were short-lived, but they were everywhere for a hot moment. They're probably huge in China as we speak. I'm gonna go with Starburys.
Oh fuck yeah!
I don't think I remember those.
Fuck.
They were, bro. I remember
$15 or whatever, and he actually wore them in NBA
and
games.
they did a video where they took a Starberry and a Jordan and they chopped them in half, and they were like, look, like they're the same. They were not the same. You get what the fuck you pay for. And we were saying that old Jordans are uncomfortable. They are. The Starberries were legitimately like plastic.
Yes.
Like there's $15 for a fucking reason.
Did you ever have them?
I don't think I ever
I
had
had two
a pair.
pairs.
Did you?
Yep.
That's
You
a
got
great
'em at
pair of kid
Stephen
for like
Barry's,
shoes.
right?
Stephen Barry's.
Yeah,
Yep.
Stephen Barry's.
I mean, you get out
Awesome
there, you
store.
get a college T-shirt for $5.
Cool move by him though. I mean, they were shit, but like the fact that a kid, who, like it was cool. You're a Marbury fan. You can have a signature sneaker. It did suck, but it's cool for the people who couldn't afford it.
You don't remember these at all?
Not really, but like I kind of just remember seeing like it would maybe at Walmart just like versions
Yes,
of this,
yes,
like
that
where
was
it
a
was
big-
like you have Jordans at home, and like those are the Jordans that are at home. Like
Right.
that's
Yeah.
poor kids.
No, Starburys were.
Literally, poor kids.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, that was a time. Like Starburys.
But
was
to
an
be
era.
fair, it's great shoes for kids because their feet grow so fast. So
Yep.
I mean, you don't need to spend $150 on a pair of Jordan 11s when you can get a pair of $15 Starberries.
You're right. And if your kid wasn't that good, like just throw them in Starburys. So
Yeah.
you don't need
That'll explain everything.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, dude, I remember playing basketball like 6th, 7th, 8th grade, and it was me and the coach's son were the only white kids on the team. So we used to just get like
Hell yeah.
clowned all the time. And this kid he was not very good, and he had a pair of Jordan like 13 or 14s, let's say 12 or 13s, whatever. And we went into this gym, and like we were getting heckled. We were like 12 years old, 11 years old. The crowd was giving it to us. I'm looking back, I was like, these fucking people were
Pieces of
sick me.
shit.
I'll never forget this one woman goes, "You better live up to those Jordans, boo." And I was like, I'm not
shit.
wearing those. That would have been in my fucking brain, dude. I would have had the yips. I would have never played basketball again. I had some regular
God.
shit on.
Did he
He
play?
had like crispy white new ones. It's like, yeah, I don't even think he got in because he was the coach's son, but he did not live up to the.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Damn.
that would have fucked me up too. I would have
Yeah.
never I would have just kept looking at his shoes the entire time.
Yeah,
it
but
was bad.
that's a great chirp to a kid. You can't.
Oh,
Like,
I mean,
you know?
Especially
six
calling
with
him
me.
boo.
Yeah. Oh, if it happened to me, I'd probably be a different person. I'd probably be like a worse off in life because of that chirp.
Yeah. Cav, you're up.
So this is it for me, right?
Yep.
Two?
Yep.
Oh my God. I mean, there's I'm gonna have 1 billion honorable mentions. You're gonna have to go for another
So will
hour.
I.
I'm gonna get these off. But
Wait, was my last one the last one?
No, you got.
Oh, you got
Okay,
one
I
more.
just want to make sure. I have one in the bank that I really wanted to have on there.
okay. Megan went with some American history. I'll go with some European history. I'm taking the Holocaust shoes.
Oh,
No, I'm joking. I mean, that would be sickening. That would be sickening. I'm gonna go.
I just saw that. I watched that movie, A Real Pain. They walk through it where they have like this.
Yeah, I saw that too. I just watched that yesterday.
Very good.
You
Yeah.
saw it on his list.
Yeah.
I know. I probably.
Are buying each other shoes or sharing lists.
Okay, I'm gonna go. I gotta stay true to my roots, my New York roots.
Tim's.
Dead ass serious pick. I'm taking the Timberlands.
Yeah.
Timberland boots.
You gotta have Tim's on your list.
The tall ones, whatever. I think it's like the 6-inch boot or whatever it is. True Timbs. As a New York guy, I gotta have them on my list.
I'm happy you picked this, Kevin, because I'm looking at the list. There's only like 6 more spots here, and I'm like, someone's got to take Tim's because.
Yeah. I was happy. I didn't think it was gonna get to me. And as the New York guy, I contemplated taking it with my last round. I thought it maybe you guys being not from around here, it could slip. So I'm happy I got that one.
I never knew that they were associated with New York.
Oh, yeah.
specifically. Yeah.
Oh,
Why?
yeah.
Why? I don't.
I mean, everybody wears them, but it's
Yeah, it's like it's New York. As you think Fat Joe, you
guys
think
wear
like,
them like fashion
Yeah.
almost.
I mean,
like if you
was
work
here
for
as
real,
well.
you wear Timberlands. But also, what's that?
That was in Chicago as well.
But it's more of a New York thing.
Yeah,
if you think
listen, I'm not saying that
New York,
nobody
like,
outside of New York wears them. It's just like a New York
you think
trope.
I'm not
you
saying
think
you're
Timberlands,
wrong.
you
I
think
just never.
Fat Joe, you think Timberland, like you think
Yeah.
New York, you think Tim's.
Okay.
If you were to do one of those like like the Dallas Cowboy fan starter pack where it's like the shoes and the
Yeah.
If you were to do like a New York starter pack, it would be
A
like
puffer
Timberland.
and
Okay.
Tim's and
All right.
yeah, I would agree with that.
Okay.
There's like so many other athlete shoes and
Just good shoes in general.
brands and shit. I'm gonna go with a big curveball though. I thought the lady on the panel would maybe have gone this direction. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna go with red bottoms.
Louboutins.
I'm gonna go with a Louboutin heel.
Can I be honest? Never worn one. I don't want to spend that much money on high heels. I'll
Fair.
spend money on
Fair
sneakers,
point.
not
but
on high
you
heels.
know what? But if you saw a pair of red bottoms, you know exactly.
Oh
what
yeah,
they are.
they're iconic.
Yeah. To me,
That's a good pick.
that's if we're talking iconic, I'll throw obviously it's not for me, but for the ladies, I think the Louboutin heel is probably the most recognizable of girl shoes.
I'll give you one better when it gets to me if it makes it to me.
Okay.
How does like what's the deal with these? Like, do you have friends with these, or like how?
I mean, it's just an expensive. It's just like a Louis Vuitton. Like it's just like it's grown like in. Like they're just expensive as shit, and you can tell like that they are Louboutins because they have a patented red bottom. Like no one else can do it. They have.
Oh,
like,
really?
Yeah, like you
You
can
guys
paint
don't
your
know
shoes.
this? I thought that this maybe.
I know what they are.
I thought it was more universal.
No, I know what they are, but I didn't know that it was like nobody else could do it.
I don't think anyone else can. I think they have patented the red bottom. Like if you see the red bottoms like on any other heel, they're gonna be like painted or like an off of a different color or whatever.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
like Louboutins have the red bottoms and the gold like etched in Louboutin like on the sole.
Which is crazy though, because the part you walk on obviously gets all scuffed up. Like the heel part is fine.
Yeah.
But when you have this like beautiful red bottom and then you start wearing them out, it gets torn to shit. But yeah, that's to me the red bottom is as iconic as
Yeah, it's a good pick. I just have never owned a pair. Maybe I need to get a pair.
Yeah, I think it's a really good pick. I didn't know about this till like a year or two ago, I
Yeah.
think. But I like a good gimmick, and I think that's good,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
Good. Great marketing.
Yeah. It's good
Great
marketing.
marketing.
Yep.
I didn't know.
Yes. So I think that's a good final pick for me. Dave.
I'm gonna go back to movies for this one. I'm gonna go with Random Tasks shoes in Austin Power that he throws at everybody.
I don't even remember that. I don't think.
Dave, you can't just take the second best shoe throw.
From
That's
the
a hard pick. You're trying to wedge in another movie thing that's not really a thing.
I thought you had a good draft going too.
not a thing. What are you talking about? It was
Again,
like a big part
listen,
of the
I didn't
movie.
know. I recognize that the Goonies is a thing that I just didn't know. If you go to somebody and you say, "You remember Random Tasks shoes?" Like
I honestly didn't know that his name was Random Task until this morning.
I literally
But it's a
had no
play
idea
on
what you're
Odd
talking
Job
about.
from Goldeneye, and it's
I remember,
he
honestly, who
throws
throws
shoes
it
the
too,
entire
but-
movie, and it's one of the most.
He's in like one scene.
He's in many scenes of that movie.
I thought it's.
I don't know. I haven't seen him.
I remember the line. Honestly, who throws a shoe? But
Yeah,
I don't remember the shoes.
Honestly,
and-
who throws a shoe? Okay, I remember that line, but I don't remember why.
I love this.
because he threw a shoe at him.
I laughed at that shit so hard as a kid.
Yeah,
I mean,
You
honestly.
know what I loved, by the way, that Ryan Day clip the other day on the golf cart. Like, I would venture to guess literally every single person that I know and is close to me and works in this company thought of Austin Powers.
Yeah.
If you're the right age, literally the whole. If you're that generation, like
That's what I do getting out of
10
the
million
parking
people at
lot
once
every
thought
day.
of that.
Is Austin Powers underrated? I feel like it.
I think it might be.
1000%.
I
Okay.
think it
It
might
never
be.
gets mentioned in like, the great
1000%.
comedies of
So,
that era.
1 and 2 are
They're
third
hilarious.
one's
so
trash.
good.
The third one's trash.
Goldmember's
Yeah.
not trash.
No,
you
it's
just have
trash.
to. You just have to understand
third
what you're
one
getting
is
into.
Goldmember.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's
that's
I
Beyonce
started watching
was.
Goldmember on TV. a
Beyonce
couple-
looked hot. Can you guys give me a break?
She wasn't as hot as the first two.
but
Girls.
But she
they
looked
tried to
really hot.
shoehorn like every celebrity on Earth into that movie, like Tom Cruise, and it's
Skin thing
awful.
was
Yeah.
too much for me. It was
Too much.
The second one, I think the second one came out summer of like when I was in like 7th grade or something. It was like that, like before you really could go out and party, but you were allowed to like leave the house by yourself. So you went to the movies, and we had in my town. There's a 1-screen picture house, they call it, and it was there the whole summer. And every Tuesday it was like $2 to go. I sound like I'm ancient right now talking, but I probably went to see Austin Powers in the theater like 20 times in one summer.
Also, Michael Myers is so underrated for playing so many roles.
Yeah.
Like he's great. Also,
Totally.
my son still like there's movies that I'll let him watch from my past. That's one of them, and it still lives up. Like, he thinks it's fucking hilarious. So
I mean, he probably sees a lot of vagina's nipple in the a lot of vagina's nipple in the hot tub was an iconic. If you paused it at the right moment,
Yeah.
little areola right above the fucking water.
A lot of vagina
for a kid my age.
There's so much
Oh, wait,
funny
I didn't
shit.
know that.
The
Did I miss
fembots.
a lot of vagina's nipple? If you paused it?
Real quick.
Oh, god damn it. I'm going to have to go back and look now.
fucking
Got
perv.
great tits.
Yeah.
Number 2. Like, there's just so many
Who
good
does
parts.
number 2 work for?
I mean, even just like the Dr. Evil, like $1 million, $100 million.
Yeah.
It's a Johnson.
And the thing with the whole Seth Green dynamic with Mini-Me was
That is
fucking funny.
one of my all-time
It's so
favorite
funny.
scenes
It's
in
so
movie
funny.
history is when
Pulling out his hair.
Mini-Me draws the picture of him like lynching Seth Green or something, and Dr. Evil looks at it, and then he's like, "Oh, it's cute," and then he like slowly slides it across the table so Scott can see it, and then there's a pause, and then he just lunges across the table trying to attack it.
Dude, you know what's funny? All of those moments that were not Odd Job throwing his shoe at somebody.
It's not Odd Job, it's Random Task, you
Random
idiot.
task, whatever the fuck.
I mean, who throws
Yeah.
a
You
shoe?
listed all of the good moments. Nobody even considered your shoe moment.
I love that movie. It was great to reminisce there, but what an awful pick.
That's not an awful pick.
Zero.
It's
That
a
was
fucking,
Hugh
it's a
Jackman's
shoe
ghost-
being thrown
I will
at
say
Austin Powers.
It's the equivalent of the Shawshank Redemption.
No, mine's a
No,
mine's,
no.
mine's
This is
better.
way worse.
Mine's way better than that.
That's actually like mine's a plot line.
way
at
better
least.
than that.
Mine's a plot line at least.
If
So
you
is
if
mine.
you took it
No,
before
his is more.
Megan's pick,
Chief's more of a plot line than.
No,
Yeah.
it isn't. It's,
I mean, yes, it is. Like,
do you know what they're
Absolutely
doing?
it is.
You need to stop talking, Kevin. Do you know what they're doing in the movie? Do you remember Goldeneye? Of course you do. You played Goldeneye. You wore that game out in the 90s. I know you did.
Yeah.
When Oddjob, that's his thing. He throws the hat and it kills people. That's what they do in Austin Powers. I don't know how many times they do it,
Right.
but it's
Thank
But
you,
like,
David.
so they just
it's
made it
definitely a
cute.
plot line.
We
It's
get it.
Definitely a plot line. That
Right,
is
but
just
the
like, oh, he's
Shining of the Warden sneakers is like more of an actual plot line.
No,
It's like
it
about
abs-
what's
it-
going on.
Of course it is.
Stop.
Thanks for
Talk to the hand. Like, what is
Thank
what
you
is
for
Dr. Evil
explaining
say?
the similarities
Talk to the hand.
between James
Talk
Bond
to the
and
hand.
Austin Powers.
What
Would
does
not have
Dr.
known
Evil
that.
say, Kevin? Talk to the hand.
Because the face don't want to
Because
listen.
Because what is
The
it?
face don't want to listen.
Because the face don't want to listen.
All that and a bag of potato chips.
Yeah.
all right, I'm up.
It's a hard no.
Zip, zip,
Okay. Okay. Go ahead.
I think these shoes like they definitely have a place, and I think they hit all of our generations. They don't exist anymore, but for the pure like teenager in us, the Nike Shocks were
Yeah, those were fun.
Yeah.
those were a time.
Those were
man.
fun. I,
I
like
forgot, I
those.
forgot about
Do you
him.
remember those
Yeah,
Nike
those are
Shocks?
great.
Looked like you're about to launch into outer space with those little four. I don't even know.
I believe Vince Carter's like signature shoe was the Nike Shock, the first one, and I remember being like, "Well, it works for Vince. That guy can fucking soar." I thought that was like
jump.
I thought those were like actual trampolines, like on your feet.
Yeah, you're right.
All of that sneaker tech is such fucking bullshit, all of it. But that was I thought that one was real.
I did Google before we
Unless you
started.
put like actual springs in shoes, I kind of feel like they've plateaued.
No.
Like, how good can a shoe actually be for an athlete anymore?
I Googled, and none of the technology actually makes you do anything better.
No.
I just was curious.
Sure, but I think Shocks were.
They were great.
Yeah,
And they looked really cool. Like the
Yeah.
light ones with the blue shocks. Like I thought they looked really cool.
Like nothing like burst onto the scene is more popular and like died faster. I feel than the Nike Shock.
yeah.
I was convinced that like they're gonna save your knees too.
Because they have a
it's
little
just
bit of
yeah,
buoyancy.
Yeah. So like when you land, you're like, okay, I'm good.
Well, did they die fast or was it kind of just like a slow fade? People just.
I bet
started,
you
like-
those were like hard or expensive to make because they're so weird and like
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Probably.
rather than just like here's a rubber sole, they probably had to spend money to make them and they didn't sell enough to keep it up.
Makes sense. Chief, you're up. There's a couple Chief picks here. There's
I'm gonna give you a Chief
all right.
pick.
All right.
I'm gonna give you a Chief pick. I feel like I don't see these in the wild anymore, so maybe they faded. But I'm going the Kevin route with a girl pick. Those basic bitch UGG boots that
It's a good one.
Oh yeah.
the UGG
Uggs are
boots
good.
with the
You
with,
still see them. We wear them. Like Hannah has a pair on right now. I was
Okay.
wearing some the other
Yeah,
day.
I feel like
still
it's-
everywhere.
As a guy, I'm a huge Uggs guy. I was
Tom
gonna
Brady,
take-
huge UGG guy
Uggs. Wait,
if I,
to
like-
wear or to look at?
to wear.
Where? To wear.
Never
I
worn.
wear Uggs.
I've
They're
never
very
worn, I've never
comfortable.
worn
I have,
I've had Ugg shoes before, but I've never worn
The boots.
the classic boot that they're like no.
You should get a pair of slippers for your house.
Yeah, the
They're
slippers
really
are better,
nice.
like for a guy.
Yeah.
The Tasman, they're called the Ugg Tasman. Like they're like low top slippers.
Can I walk the dog in them?
Surfer,
Yeah.
They came from like surfer culture.
Yeah.
Uggs.
Oh, really?
So the real Uggs
It used to be
actually
like
are
a
in
guy-
like
a guy
Australia.
thing.
Huh.
Well, supposedly there's like a huge like dispute right now between like Uggs and like the real Ugg company that has a big G in the middle, and then like there's an American branded Ugg that are making them like really shittily and really really cheaply. Because like back whenever I had Uggs, they were like $300 a pair of boots.
Expensive.
And like they're still that way, but they're not made with the same quality because like I guess there's a brand discrepancy or whatever. Where again like they were able to change the big G just to a little G, and no one noticed. It was like now America's just making super cheap and shitty Uggs.
I just remember
It's the American way.
Way ahead of the curve. This dude used to wear Uggs, and we used to make fun of him. And he was always like, "It's a surfer thing. All the like top surfers in the world wear. They have the fur on the inside after you get out of the water." And we used to crush him. And then Tom Brady did
Right.
his Ugg campaign.
And then you're like, I love these things.
And he was like, "I told you so," but I was like, "No, that's even worse. Fuck Tom Brady." I love Uggs, dude. A low top Ugg, even the high top ones are girly, but a low top one, all of them are so
They're
fucking
comfortable. The only thing a problem about them is like you can wear the fuck out of them and they can smell so bad.
They stink.
Yep.
Stink.
Like as a girl, whenever you were like
hockey
15,
or ice
16,
skates?
like you were going over to a boy's house, you always had to think about your shoe choice because if you took those Uggs off and you just had like the
Yep.
tiniest bit of sweat,
Guess what?
Over.
He didn't care.
yeah, he never
doesn't-
cared.
Yeah,
He didn't even smell it.
promise.
15-year-old
Yeah,
guy
It's got to be
like,
bad for a guy to notice something like that.
But
All,
still,
all girls though in our heads were like they're gonna notice that off top.
but still, you want to talk about
Wrong.
something you'd never. You want to talk about something you'd never be able to come back from. Like, oh, she's the girl with the stinky Uggs.
Stinky feet, yeah.
Dude, it
Oh,
doesn't even
dude, she
matter.
came over. Her Uggs stunk.
Thank you, Eddie.
Out.
I feel like they've kind of gotten the Nickelback treatment in the women community recently a little bit.
Have they?
They've come back. They've come back pretty hard. Like I recently just bought a pair, and I haven't bought a pair of Uggs since I was fucking 16.
Well,
years old.
there was that era. I remember like there was a Barstool video. It was like a St. Patrick's Day party. All the girls were outside, and they all had like black leggings,
Uggs,
puffer
a vest.
jacket,
Yeah.
Ugg
Yeah.
boots, whatever
Yeah.
it was like this is the white girl uniform now.
I feel like when
Now
I
it's
was
Air
walking
Force
to
Ones,
class in
baggy
college,
jeans.
it was every girl was wearing the exact
Yes.
like those tan Ugg boots with
Yep.
the black leggings and whatever.
Yep.
We now that we have Kevin back here, the last time we had him on a draft, we kind of shat on the current generation of youth and how they choose. The girls here wear the baggiest jeans I've ever seen, like Jinkos. It's
Baggy jeans rock. As a woman,
I want
what a
those
moment,
jeans
like,
painted on your asses.
dude, if you're a girl
HR.
And by your, I mean
Why bring up the
Nobody
girls here? Just say girls in general.
Yeah, especially here, all five of us. I want that ass painted on.
I didn't mean here. I meant yours and like
Hey, Hannah Montoya, Dave's got a problem with your jeans.
Annika, I know you got a new
everybody
rack, but I gotta see that
22
ass.
Years old.
Oh, Dave.
What?
I know what you meant, but
I
the
don't
way
know
you
what's
said
gonna
it.
happen, like, because it will happen, and I think it already kind of is.
Going back to skinny jeans because I don't want
Yeah,
that.
like these girls are not going to be able to adjust to low-rise jeans. They're not going to be able to do it. Those are as insane as the high heels. It was like skin-tight jeans where like we can basically see your pussy.
Like
You
my
have to
zipper,
cut
of my
them
Hollister
out.
jeans was
Like,
this big.
I think you have to take the jaws
zipper,
off.
right? It's like,
The zipper of my Hollister jeans, I remember being this big, and like I was relatively
so for someone like you who lived through that, and then you get to wear like now like baggy jeans are like
That
cool,
rocks.
like
It
awesome.
rocks.
But if you go
Yeah.
the other direction, when this shit goes out and you got, I don't think they can do it.
absolutely not.
These
no.
girls don't know how good they have it.
They don't. They
Right.
have no idea.
They
how
got
good-
baggy jeans and they're working remote.
I
Just wait
blame.
till-
I blame.
Send their asses back to the office with the tight.
Bring
Put
them
them in,
back
like,
to
a basketball shirt
2006.
and fucking send them to work.
I blame the pandemic for that.
Yeah, that was
Everybody's
dressed.
dressing in loose clothes. I do it too. I wouldn't go out of the house without jeans on.
You sound like such a perv, bro.
I just said I do it too.
I want them painted on.
Paint it on your ass so I can see you.
Exactly. Kevin,
like-
don't you agree with me?
Say it, Kevin.
Say it, Kevin.
Yeah, I love them when they paint it on their ass too.
The way you said it was so funny.
The girls here.
The girls here.
I'm talking to all.
Can't check out their asses the way that I would like to.
I am talking about
Why wear pants at
all
all?
women
You're coming with no clothes.
that have never that.
Reveal yourselves.
There's no one to reveal. I'm talking to literally every woman.
Yeah.
Every woman on earth.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, Dave.
It's just-
I will make sure to wear some tight jeans
honestly,
tomorrow.
no. You're not good enough. Get everyone and round up all
Yeah.
the girls to apologize with you.
I will. We'll make a video.
Yeah.
Megan, Mr. or Mrs. Irrelevant here.
All right. The last one that I'm going to take, I had a hard time because there was another movie shoot, but I don't think it does make the movie like more understanding. I don't think it's good enough to be my last pick. And so KFC told me, it's okay to go with what you know and what you like. And so he went with the Louboutin. And so I'm going to go with the only iconic heel that man, woman, doesn't matter what gender you are, cares about, and that is the pleaser heel that all strippers wear. You have the nice, thick bottom, and they don't hurt your feet, and you can walk in them all day long. You can dance in them, you can make money, and they make that ass pop, Chief. They make that ass pop.
Well, we'll have to see it on the girls here.
They're called
before I know.
pleasers.
Okay.
You said that with such conviction that second time. They make that ass pop.
Everyone, again, a lot of people don't know the names of them. They just call them stripper heels, but they're called pleasers, and they're specific to strippers so that they can work long hours
Never heard that. Pleaser heels. That's interesting. I would have.
Why do they call them pleaser heels?
because they're pleasers.
That's the brand.
Yeah.
Oh, actually.
Yes, that's the actual name of the brand.
Oh.
Like so it's the opposite of a stiletto, right?
These are comfortable?
Yes, they actually, it's because of the platform. It's like not a heel in a way. Like,
It's like up. Your foot's just like raised up.
Yeah, and then the real, like if you're like a just starting out stripper, I learned this from TikTok, you want to have the ones with that lace up on the ankle so you don't roll your ankle.
I mean, this
ready.
looks like you're fracturing a tibia.
But obviously you know that shoe. You've seen that clear shoe.
I have seen the shoe.
It's the iconic
It's a fembot shoe.
stripper. Exactly. It's the stripper shoe. It is the stripper shoe.
That's a
Remember
good
in Austin Powers when the fembots shot Austin
yeah,
Powers and her with their booby guns?
How much do these go for?
I think it's probably like $100 a pair. And it goes up to, because I mean, you can get ones that are like all the way up the leg. You can get full fucking like body shoes at this point. It's crazy.
So you're saying all strippers when they get the job they go to pleaser.com.
Yeah. Well, they just type, if you type in pleasers, like that's that's what they're called. And again, like I, for whatever reason, have been down.
I do appreciate the fact that I said go with what you know, what you wear, what you like. You said stripper shoes.
To be fair, I've always wanted to put on a pair. I never have, but now I might buy some just like for scientific research.
Well, here, go get some tight pants and some pleasers. Do a little dance with Dave.
I will be in here on Monday in a pair of pleasers and a size 0 skinny jean just for Dave.
Boom.
Text her what time she needs to be here. She'll
9
be
a.m.
here.
That's when it starts.
And then also
Bring a sandwich with you too.
a Hollister like super button down with a
Yes.
double button. We'll go all the way back.
Nice.
Yes, I'll wear my goosebumps.
I part owner. Oh no, that's American Eagle. Never mind.
You're part owner of American Eagle?
I am. I read the first chapter of Stock Investing for Dummies and invested in American Eagle.
Okay. Okay.
Not Hollister Hughes.
And I never returned that book to the public library, and to this day, it is dinging my credit because they reported it to collections.
So
That's a true story.
That is a true story.
Investing for dummies and continuously loses money through the rest of his
Yeah.
life.
Yeah. When I bought my house, my loan guy was like, "What is stock and why is this on your credit report?" I'm like, "I checked it out from the public library and I never returned it, and it was like $30."
You know what's something I've noticed doing the internet so long? People love a good library book that has not been returned for many, many years story. If you type that into Google, you will find a million stories of like, man returns library book after 31 years. Every fucking publication writes it. It drives me crazy. I don't know why they do it.
I still have the book in my closet with the little barcode on the side and the Dewey Decimal and all
It
that.
looks like you
Have a
have
little-
some
does it have a
content
little-
to make.
Yeah, we should film you taking it back.
We'd have to drive out
Have
to
like the
Warrenville,
little
but yeah.
card in it where you write your name.
No, I don't
That was
think
like
so.
school
I haven't
library.
actually
Yeah,
opened
that
the
was
book since I
real
read the
library.
first chapter 15 years ago.
You're rich off American Eagle stock.
I feel like you have to read the rest of it now, just out of like it's been in your.
how big is
so
this
long.
book?
too big for him to read.
You know the dummy books.
Like that.
Oh, it's an actual
Actual
dummy
stock
book.
investing.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. They should just write that off. I mean, whatever.
They actually sent it to collections.
Well, it's a public library.
Yeah, true.
Public. I mean.
Yeah, that's true.
The government.
It is. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Please their heels.
The government can fucking fail multiple audits in a row, and they want my $30. All right, Kevin.
Yeah.
Go fucking figure.
Kevin, honorable mentions. I'm sure you have a bunch.
Man, there's so many. First of all, you went the wrong way with the fours over the threes, Dave.
I know. I know.
The elephant print, the Jordan 3 had this elephant print on it, and it was like the first time that people were like, "Oh, I can wear those like off the court."
Are you talking about the royal blue and whites? I have those ones.
Just in general, just every pair of Jordan 3 has that elephant print on.
You're
like,
right. It does. You're right.
Sides. The black cement 3s are kind of like the main ones. You went the wrong way there. I got a whole list, man. The Griffey's shoes were fucking awesome
Yeah,
back
those
in the
were
day.
cool.
I don't remember.
don't think I
The
remember
pennies, the penny 2s were my personal favorite shoe ever. The air up tempos, the shoe with the air bubble,
Yeah, those were cool.
air written in bubble letters across the
Yeah.
front.
Yeah.
The air up tempo 2s were Pippin's shoes. They were the first time that they ever had air bubbles go all the way around. And I remember being like, my mind was blown. Because having just a little air bubble in your heel was a big deal. To
Right.
have something go all the way around was like mind blowing. There's a whole bunch of New Balances I could have thrown in there. The Stackhouse Fila's. Did you guys ever see those? That's a real deep cut. I don't know if you guys remember those.
Yeah, I
Gary
saw them.
Stackhouse and Grant Hill both having a Fila deal.
I remember the Grant Hill ones. I feel like more than.
The Shacknosis, the spiral Shack shoe.
I thought about the Shacks as
I
well.
almost
I didn't
grabbed
know.
those. Those were cheap too. That was a cool move by him because those were always affordable. The Kamikazes, those were Sean Kemp shoes. Spreewell with the spinners.
Yeah.
That was fucking awesome.
That was cool.
Oh, fuck.
Boat shoes, good old Sperry's.
Yep.
I thought Chief would have taken those. Those are just like the white.
I had
Talk
those
about
and Burks.
I had Birkenstocks.
Burks, I was gonna say, so
Yeah.
you could have gone, Chief, you could have had a whole draft of things that
You
didn't get
enjoyed.
drafted. You could have had Birkenstocks, bean boots,
Yep.
Yeah.
boat shoes,
Sperry's,
Tevas,
Wallabies.
and you would have had like a whole 5.
Sperry's got sick. The only one that I think, looking back, I would take off. I like my Ward Norton pick. I think you guys are dumb. Is the Chuck Taylors? Chuck Taylors don't really mean anything to me. So
That was a
if-
throwaway. You
But
should
they,
have gone.
but
I
they,
should've gone
are,
with
they
that.
are
It's still
iconic, though.
What?
They're still iconic.
Yeah, I don't,
Yeah.
I know, but they're like I like to take things that.
But it's not. Yeah, it's not iconic.
Stuff that you
personally
like.
to you, it's just
Yeah.
iconic to the world. though.
yeah.
Like
I know.
the pleaser heel.
You guys might have.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
those are iconic to the world.
they
You're
are.
right. You're right.
Iverson had the questions and the answers. Those were awesome. And Clark's Wallabies. I love Wallabies
I
too.
do too. That was my first pair of like really expensive shoes. I had to wear them for Catholic school. My Wallabies.
Wallabies. I
Yeah.
love them. I think they're kind of making a little comeback too. I think I'm going to drop a pair in a few months that we're going to do a little collab. So
I love the dark brown leather ones. Were like my favorite.
Those
Like,
aren't the same as Ruse, are they?
I don't think so.
Ruse is like
No,
the
they-
Walter Payton brand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wallabies are like they have like a crepe sole and like kind of just like a
Hey Dudes are kind of looking like them. Like if you look at like a pair of Hey Dudes, the ones we have here,
They're like
they're like a kind of like a Wallaby.
Okay.
right. And then real quick, the Adidas. We didn't really touch on like any Adidas, but there's the Yeezys, Ultra Boosts, NMDs.
Yeah,
they had a moment there.
so.
You wear
Vibes.
Adidas and Puma? I had to get rid of them.
Why?
They got questionable pass.
That's true.
Very-
I like those Adidas like Sambas just for running around too. Like that's like a
Sambas are a big one. You guys have Diadoras when you played soccer as a kid? All the soccer kids always
Yeah.
had Diadoras. I never had
I remember those. There, it's like it kind of looks like almost like an Asics logo, right? In a way.
I think so. I'm not sure.
I don't even. I just know. I remember Sambas and Diadoras were like the
I don't remember Dora. I remember Sambos.
Umbro shorts. And then Stan Smiths. Stan Smiths are a pair of Adidas shoes that are like a timeless classic that I think you could have thrown out there as well. But man, if you go through some of the basketball players and some of the
ton.
I have two that I'm regretting not putting on.
What do you got?
all right.
Well, one is blue suede shoes.
Okay.
I mean, that one's really iconic.
It is.
But I just first couldn't bring myself to put it on there. And then my favorite one that I really wanted to just take one because it's my favorite, basically my favorite movie as a child, is the pair of shoes from the beginning of Jumanji. That's what I was going for whenever.
that would've been
It was supposed to, like, the guy that made this tennis shoe, it was
Oh, yeah,
basically
yeah,
going to be
yeah,
like the next Jordan, and he
Yeah.
sends it through the thing and it chops the shoe all up, and then everything goes crazy. He has
gets
to ride
fired
his
for
bike home. Yeah, he gets fired for it. So it's like it's not a real shoe, but I really I love that part in that movie, and I just love.
Hey, what?
It's
It's better
Snowball.
than Random
That
Task
shoe was.
and Austin Powers.
Don't talk shit about Random Task, Kevin. Random Task is
That
absolutely
was a crazy pull.
Oh man, we need to talk
Crazy.
Air
How is that
Maxes,
crazy?
Dunks.
I love
There's
it.
so
Oh
many
yeah!
fucking shoes
Shout out to
there.
Dunks too. An irrelevant. I have over 70 pair.
Yeah. How could you not take those?
I don't know.
Do you
I
like
just,
you like Dunks more than AF1s?
yeah, I've never like I can't wear them. They're too chunky and maybe too tall.
They're
Yeah, they are. That's the only thing about Air
Yeah.
Force Ones.
they
I
are
like them.
bulky.
I'm already 5'7" and like kind of a big girl, so if you put a pair of Air Force Ones on me, you assume that I like women. But that I'm the one that like
I
goes
think it's
down
like
on
the
them.
sorority chick.
Well, now it is, but like whenever growing up, if I was wearing a pair of Air Force Ones in 2010 when I was in high school, people would be like, those are for boys and for boys only.
Yeah, Chief, that's what I was talking about with your last pick. I was ready for Bean.
I don't think I know
Birkenstock.
what
Yeah, man, you
LLB?
could have
Oh, LLB,
white guy
alright.
shoe draft.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could have had this
Perfect.
standard white man
Birkenstock,
shoe.
Sperry's, Bean boots, like New Balance, and your Warden.
But there's
pick.
like nothing iconic about any of them. They're just like standard shoes that are all worn.
I would
today.
disagree
Bro,
completely.
a boat like Sperry boat shoes.
No.
Bean boots.
Boat shoes had their like they were like
I
a
own
thing.
Sperry
talked
boots
about.
and bean boots. That's
I
how
bought a pair
iconic
because
they
everybody
are.
else had a pair of Sperry's.
I'll say
Like
it right
I'm
now.
not buying Birkenstocks because other people
Birkenstocks
wear
are super
Birkenstocks.
iconic.
I love
Yeah.
Birkenstocks.
I think Birkenstocks
they're
are
so comfortable. I fucking
Yeah.
love a good pair
Yeah,
of
but they like I remember
Oh, and,
I
and you know what? You could have finished it off with Crocs.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
your five.
so I thought
You
about
had
doing
five white
doing
people
Crocs
choosing
or
Crocs.
muck boots. I thought about doing one of those, but
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
I became a Crocs guy, and it's one of those things. It's like that's kind of like Nickelback, and it's like yeah, whatever. You make fun of it, but they're so fucking awesome and convenient.
Yeah.
So fuck you.
I mean, Balenciaga makes Crocs now.
I know.
That's
You know what's
insane.
funny? I remember I was like late to
crazy.
the Croc trend, but still like a little bit early from the general public. And I remember being like, maybe we should do a Barstool collab where we, those little gibbets things.
Yeah.
I was
Now we
like,
have muck boots.
let's reach out to them and see if they'll do a collab. Thinking like they would be like, oh, like cool, let's do a Barstool collab. They were like, we're busy with Balenciaga. We're busy. Like,
I'll tell
don't
you
ever
this.
call us again, you fucking loser.
I'll tell you this, Kevin. So Dave did a collab with Muck Boots, and I think they're way better than Crocs.
I think they are too.
Yeah, like they're more comfortable.
I wear them to walk the dog and shit.
They don't got the
Same.
dumb little flap like
Yep.
you're held in the back there.
All right.
Do you guys
Muck boot
remember?
guy then.
So
Let's go.
Crocs
I'm
were a
telling you,
thing
try
in
'em.
like the late '90s. They were called.
They were Crocs. I remember.
Clogs.
No, I remember in 6th grade.
That's what
there was
I remember them
There
being
was
called
2 girls in
clogs.
5th grade that were younger than me, but they were like the most popular girls at the school, and they always had the newest Vera Bradley print. They always had the newest MAC makeup. They always had the newest fucking everything. And I had never seen a pair of Crocs in my entire life. And then they came in one day, both of them. One girl had a yellow pair, one girl had a purple pair, and I was like, what the fuck are these things? And then it just like, I begged my mom. I'm like, Mom, please. She's like, I'm not paying $70 for and then she bought me these fucking off-brand bullshits from Kmart.
yeah.
And I'm like, I don't want these like Dream Rubber or whatever the fuck they were. Like, I was such a bitch. I was so mad.
I remember the first time I saw him. It was 2004. I was at prep school. This kid, I can't say his name. I'll say it after. He has the most prep school name of all time. And
Pierre Longbottom.
What? You're like sort of like that, okay? And he was wearing them. I'm like, what the fuck are these? He would tell everybody that he was captain of the mountain biking team.
What?
He was the only guy on it. Like, he started the team himself.
That's awesome. I like that.
That's, you know why he likes it? 'Cause that's a White Sox Dave move.
Yeah.
Totally.
Captain of the
Totally
mountain
is.
bike. But it was not like a bit. Like, he was just like, yeah, I'm the captain.
The only guy.
Captain. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dave,
he's
do
the bench
you have
warmer.
any honorable mentions?
I have a lot. I have Jordan 3s. I was waffling between those 3 and 4s. Tony Soprano's newspaper slippers. Master Chief's for the video game world. I got Master Chief's boots, then Zelda's iron boots, the hover boots for Zelda, Napoleon Dynamite's boots.
Puss in Boots.
I never seen it. That's a
It's off Shrek, so you
Shrek,
should
Shrek?
check it out.
Vans. Do you guys remember soaps?
No.
They had the plastic bottom.
I wanted to take Heelys too.
Heelys.
Also,
They were same
That
vein.
would
They
have been
had
just, I never wore those. That
Yeah.
was never my thing. so I
Kevin, do
couldn't
you still have those like the shoes that make you walk faster? Like the
Yes.
Those things rock. What about the Machino boots?
Wait, what are those?
They're like
I got a pair of I think it's called Shift Robotics is their name. You like strap them on. They're heavy as shit. They're like metal. They're like it's like a robotic shoe, but you walk and it like.
It's like the walk
like your own moving walkway on your feet.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Exactly like that.
They're sick.
I got
Look
like
them up.
early like
What's it called?
prototypes, so they're still
Just
heavy and loud.
type in gliding shoes and it'll probably come up. What about the boots? Do you still own your boots?
So they're roller skates.
Oh, and then the giant mischief boots, those big
Is that
red
what we're doing?
boots.
No,
The red
you're
ones
just
I don't have.
walking.
The red
It's so
ones I just-
cool. Like you have to look at a video of it. Like the video shows you exactly. Like the shoe doesn't tell you the story. You have to watch Kevin's video where he walks in them too. He's like one step. You're going like 7 steps.
You're basically like walking at the speed of sprinting.
It's sick.
Maybe not sprinting, but like jogging. It's pretty cool.
Huh.
But
All
it's a lot.
What else you got, Dave?
The platform shoes that you'd wear to make you jump higher, like the.
Oh,
they
yeah,
had them
jump
in
soles.
sign-
Jimmy's getting upset.
Yeah, Jimmy, Kramer's the Artard in Seinfeld because he just got back from the dentist and he had the Novocaine.
Yeah.
Zion Williamson's exploding shoe.
Oh yeah.
When he was in college when that happened, right? At Duke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Zion's right here.
There you go. And then this was a complete throwback that popped in my head in the middle of the draft, but Michael Johnson's golden cleats.
I thought about
in,
those too. Those are sick.
96.
Yeah.
And then the soaps. Do you guys remember soaps or no? They had
I don't remember
they had the
soaps.
plastic. It was for grinding, like skateboard
you
grinding.
run
Oh
and grind.
yeah.
Oh, I thought about Echoes because for those. Like remember
That was
big,
the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Echoes. Yeah.
Yeah, you remember those? The fattest shoe ever. Echoes and
Yes.
Jinkos. That would just be sopping wet at the bottom.
Airwalks.
Yeah.
Airwalks were a good one too. That was probably more my generation, but Airwalks were like what's the other DC shoes?
Yeah, the
right?
DC. Yeah, the DCs.
Yeah, Airwalks and DCs
Yeah.
are like the skater shoes.
You got anything left?
Kevin, how fast could you beat the Water Temple? Go.
The water temple. These days it would take me fucking weeks. That's
Probably a week, I'd say.
the memories.
What
Huh?
do you
I'd
got
say it would
left,
take
Chief?
me a week.
What?
Yeah.
What do you have left?
Nothing.
Nothing.
All birds.
I just have a couple left. The Chris Webber had these like datas for a little bit.
Yeah, the Dadas, yeah.
Yeah, not draftable, but just felt like mentioning the Kobe Adidas ones, the originals,
Oh yeah, the ones that look like wait, the original ones or the
the ones that were so ugly they looked like cars.
Crazy Eight.
Yeah.
Crazy Eights.
well, no, the Crazy Eights were like the original ones. I actually think those are kind of cool. Then they made the ones that look like the Audi car. Is that what
Yes.
you're talking about? That they got like universally panned.
Yes.
But to be honest, now they look like shit that people would wear. I bet that has made like a comeback because those are so weird and goofy that it fits in with like today's culture. But back then when it was all like Jordans and shit, people were like, what the fuck is this?
Totally,
Because the
yeah.
Audi TT was the car it was like designed about.
And it looked like And then
Yeah.
the last one was Vans.
What about
Nobody
Penny
said
I said
Vans.
Vans.
Did you say Vans?
I said Vans,
The
yeah.
Spicoli one specifically, the checkered
Good
ones.
old school.
I wish I got into Vans. I made fun of kids that were
It's not too late, Dave.
that
It's
wore
never too
Vans in high school.
All right, I'm going to run down the list and we're going to vote someone out of here. KFC, Marty McFly shoes, Air Force Ones, Jordan 11s, Timberlands, Christian Louboutins. White Sox Dave, Benny's, PF Flyers, Data, Slick Shoes, Jordan 4, Starberries, Throne Shoe, and Austin Powers. Eddie, Dorothy Slippers, Jordan 1s, Nike Air Monarchs, T-Mac 2s, Nike Shocks. Chief, Andy Dufresne shoes, Forrest Gump's running shoes, Reebok pumps, Chuck Taylor's Ugg boots. Megan, like Mike's Nike Blazers, Cinderella's glass slippers, LA Tech light up shoes, shoe thrown at George Bush, and the Pleaser heels.
Yep.
So write yours on a blank text or say it out loud, whatever we're going to do. Huh. This is kind of hard.
This is kind of hard.
Damn. All right, Kevin, what do you got?
It's well, I don't think Chief really cares about this draft, right?
That's not the point of the vote.
That Austin Powers pick is so bad.
I agree.
What's that? Kevin,
It's so bad.
it's
And
not
it's
worse
also-
than Andy. That had nothing
It
to
is.
do with the movie.
It is worse.
There was a guy that throws shoes in Austin
Both of them are
Powers.
so bad though. Those are both terrible picks.
Nah, mine.
One was a 5th round, one was a 1st round.
Read through those two again for me, Eddie.
Benny's, PF Flyers, Data's Slick Shoes, Jordan 4, Starberries, thrown shoe in Austin Powers.
He did take the wrong Jordans. He should have gone with 3s.
And what did you do, Chief? What was yours
Chiefs is
again?
Andy Dufresne shoes, Forrest Gump's running shoes, Reebok pumps, Chuck Taylor's UGG boots.
Dave, you're gone.
Oh,
Ooh.
Chief, who you got?
I will also be voting for White Sox.
You-
If he took the Jordan
You
3,
voted?
if he
You
took
voted
the
for that because he
if
did.
He took the Jordan 3s.
Did he write that down?
No, I was always voting for you because I knew it'd be between you and me because I'm not a fucking idiot. But if you went with Jordan 3s, everyone knows those are the better shoes. That would have put you ahead of me, and I would.
Everybody knows.
I would have had to vote for myself
And honestly,
out of integrity.
the Reebok pump is
Hold
the
on.
best
Let's-
of all the.
Yes.
Like you-
Hey,
True.
Lance, you're on.
Hold on, let's
Wait,
finish
with
the
the
vote.
Lance might have to be the
Zip it.
deciding
You might have to touch.
Zip it.
Two votes for Dave.
I'm voting
What's
for
more?
Dave.
What's more iconic? 4 or 3
3
Lance?
votes for
I'm
Dave.
voting for Dave. He told me to zip
All right,
it.
all right, Dave's out. Dave's out. You're out.
You did it. You.
Megan voted for you.
She voted for me, not based on the poll though.
Wait, so what?
You did tell me to zip it.
That has nothing to do with
Did
the
you
poll.
have him down before that?
No, I had Chief.
Oh, blame yourself, dude. Bad behavior.
You're out, Dave.
I was thinking about voting Chief, but then I watched.
I
the
didn't
music
even
video
vote
and
for
I had to
Chief.
vote
I
yes.
voted for Ed.
Well,
I don't give a shit about the Shocks or the T-Mac 2s.
all right.
You're out.
You're out. You're dead.
Shoe guys out of the shoe draft.
You guys
I'm
are
not a
the
shoe guy.
Yeah.
I would say I'm a
You
very
had 50.
average
You had
shoe guy.
50 shoes on your list.
Congrats, Chief. I'm making it.
Thank you.
Can
Thank
we
you.
say that it wasn't as hard as you initially thought?
It's like, I thought it was going to be more like Jordan 1s. There,
No.
No.
I knew it was going to be like that.
There was a lot of that though.
I think this was a lot of fun, guys.
I had a good time.
It was fun. All right. That's it. Kevin, thank you.
I mean, really, who throws a shoe?
Who does throw a shoe?
All right. We'll see everybody. Thank you for listening. Thanks for watching. See you next time.